and I'll reach this. I'll send this. So let me see if it says, if it pops up on my YouTube page. Let me see. Your channel. This should be it.
Nice.
Hello. We got one or two. We'll start and see if anyone joins. So Cody. Okay, we got one watching now. Got two. So what we're doing, hello, let me know who's here. Excuse me. What we're going to do is we're going to do a Substack, and we're pretty ready to launch it. Hello, Frank. Hello, Scarlett. And hello, Ed. We're going to need some editing advice, but I think it's there. So we have one or two suggestions. So what we're going to do in a minute is play it. I'm going to try to get my friend on the horn who's an editor.
Nice.
And play it through. And then I have some ideas for some close-ins, some zooms, and an edit or two. But otherwise, I'm so happy with what Cody did. So let me see. Let me just reach out to my friend.
Should we wait?
Let me just send a text to my friend. What were we going to say, Cody?
Oh, yeah. You want me to wait to play it until
Yeah, let me just see if I could get my friend.
Nice. Very good. Also, I'm going to close my doors real quick.
Hello. What's going on, guys? What's up, everybody? I'm doing Jeff Richards, doing Jeff Ross. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, thanks.
They like your hat. Did you get the hat from the car show today?
I wore it at the car show. But yeah, this is my dad's hat.
Oh. So did anyone your dad always make sure the parking is figured out?
Yeah, it was a little
how did he figure out like cars exhibited, taking up spots?
Right. Even by kind, like the model.
Oh my God. He has parking figured out to a science.
Exactly.
Let me see if any of my friends join.
We did find a good place to park.
Where'd you park?
We parked pretty close to the venue.
And where was it?
It was in, it's called Fort Meigs.
And what kind of cars did they have?
A lot of it was British cars. So Spitfires and MGs and all those kinds of things, like Jaguars and yeah, just a really neat collection of British cars. And they do this every year, so it's fun to see them.
I can't figure out Penelope Parasite because sometimes very nice and sometimes a little raunchy, but it's all good. Sometimes not sarcastic is all good. Thank you, Penelope Parasite. Well, we're going to see something very wholesome in a minute. Actually, I sent Lori I have an idea, the next one I'd like illustrated for Substack. And then Lori said, you think Cody will mind that there's a scene in an adult bookstore? I said, it won't be graphic. So he won't mind, right?
No, I wait, is that based off of one of the writings he had?
The one what?
No, but it's like a new idea or something, like kind of.
I don't know. It's the one where I was addicted to Arkanoid, and I'd always
Right.
Like at one time, I would really play it at a laundromat. I play it at this taco place, and there's a thing. I felt more pathetic than the guys at the adult bookstore seeing a peep show because they had an organoid. I
Oh,
kind so
right.
it doesn't have to be graphic. It just be you see adults only, like the curtain, and them coming out. Like I don't know. You
Right,
could
right,
do
right,
something
right.
really funny for that.
No, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Was that one of the stories? I may have.
Yes, I kind of that's the one I always wanted to tell. I'm thinking
Yeah.
people watching, we're going to have Substack, and this is the intro we'll play. That do one of those that's kind of a unique story. Then we'll do it. It'll be easier with strolling with Stoller
Yeah.
and some easy ones. This is only about 6 things, but I don't know. I could be wrong. We'll talk about me and you, which we think is it. But I sent it to Lori and she liked the story, so it's not a long one,
Nice.
and it'll have text, so it's not going to be like this, a video where a lot of hard work.
Sure. No,
S-
that's great.
So no one has asked Tesla or Greg to come on. Let's
Oh,
see.
let me take a look. Not yet. I haven't seen
All
anybody.
right. Jeff Richards just sent me a picture of one of his prospective um, Bumble dates
Oh yeah,
who has a pretzel in her mouth.
that's a date, like a pro.
Yes. Yes. Oh, Arcanite I loved. I was so addicted to it. So I wrote a story about how I would play it 2 in the morning at a 24-hour taco stand, and
Mhm.
just this symbolicness of Arkanoid breaking the walls, like in the movie Pink Floyd, The Wall. And then how this homeless guy was judging me. You got nothing better to do? All right, I'm doing the punchline. But it's kind of like a not laugh out loud hysterical, but kind of in my voice like I like.
Right.
So what I'm thinking is all right. Wait, mate. Let's play it,
Okay.
and then keep an eye if Tesla or Greg asks to join. But we'll just see what happens. Well, let me do one thing. Send it to one more person. Where is where's the thing? Where's the thing that joins it? Did you send that in a
Oh yes, I gave that to you in email. Would you
the
like it?
stream room? I meant just watched a regular one, not to join. I know someone who would like to watch, but wouldn't want to come on the stream.
Right. Yeah, the latest one will take you to the room.
Oh, I got it. I got it. It just popped on.
Let me know if you
Yeah.
need me to send it anywhere else.
Okay. Copy link. And let me send this. Okay. And to one more person. Okay. Well,
Nice.
we don't have Tesla or Greg yet, and let's take a look at the thing you did to introduce our thing that I'm very excited about.
Sure. Yeah. Want me to pull it up? Let me see. Got this. All right. Trying to remember how I did this. I think you just click on it.
Organoid was
See two. Before I do that, I'm gonna check the people thing
see. What's
profile.
up, everybody? You having a
Nice.
good time? I gotta roast them.
Exactly.
Want to tell your face. Would think what is working at the Greek theater.
Oh yeah, I saw a video of him like walking around there was at a studio lot. Did you get that on the?
No.
It's like his story. He had something. on his Instagram.
Oh, he works at like I think Paramount for that show that's going off the air. Cody, you seem like a very professional person, but do you ever teach you? I don't think I shouldn't answer for Cody. He doesn't seem like a deranged kind of animator, demented, dark guy, but I could be wrong. Very wholesome, as they say.
Right.
What's up, everybody? Excuse me.
You seem a very professional person, but do you ever daydream about untoward visions of things that you draw? What's untoward?
That would help answer the questions. If we knew what that meant.
I'm looking it up. Let's see.
Lisa's never available. All right, Lisa.
Yeah, I guess it all depends on
Lisa's never available. She's so busy. She's hard to impress. I think he means like crazy stuff is what I'm guessing.
yeah. I think there's I think you kind of like come up with ideas that are like crazy, and then you just kind of go towards one that you think, okay, I think these are the ones that work, and then you can hone it down, and yeah. I think you do start with some wild, like, kind of crazy stuff, and then you can kind of like shape it so it makes sense for the audience. Or
I think he means that you like. I don't know what he means. I shouldn't answer. But
I mean, like crazy things. Like I get, I mean, I do these stream of consciousness,
like a nightmare, Tim Burton Before Christmas kind of nightmare stuff. I think he means.
Oh yeah. Sometimes I have like, I don't know. Yeah, like sometimes it's like, oh, like this is like, like a, like it's a scary thing, or. But usually I like to make it cool or interesting, like, like Terminator or something like that. Yeah,
I had an idea for a Terminator sketch where like someone's trying to kill me and someone protects me because I come from the future, Fred. You're going to save the world. Really? Me? I'm middle-aged. I'm not good at anything. I don't know how to do a gun or karate or fix things. No, you are. I was told to save you. And then turns out, wait, I think I made a mistake. I don't think you're going to save the world, Fred. All right. So that's my little bad sketch idea. I'll answer your question in a minute, Frank. Let's show the video. Lisa, she's the hardest person ever to get to watch because she's always bragging. I'm the busiest person. Everybody demands me, but if we don't get her opinion, we'll be okay. But I'd like it.
All right. Yeah. So I can pull it up.
Let's play it. Then I have some ideas for some editing. Or
great.
No, but it's great. I'm just from the nitpicky people.
No, that's good. Let's take a look, and I look forward to hearing what we can update on this. Here we go.
Hello, potential Substack subscribers. I'm Fred, and let me tell you what you get if you subscribe. A sales pitch. I'm out. No. It's free if you want. I just want to build a base where people can see my stuff. Years ago, I did a bunch of guest star spots on sitcoms. Don't get me wrong, it was nice, but I'd have to go on soul-crushing auditions. And when I did get a job, the stress. I wanted to score, get asked back. I couldn't be relaxed like the stars of the show, so I was on eggshells, afraid to mess up. Okay, it wasn't that bad, But those jobs were few and far between. I had lots of maddening free time trying to devise ways I could elevate myself to the next level and have that steady life in showbiz. I'd meander outdoor malls to get out of my little apartment. Sometimes it was nice when someone spotted me. Usually they'd say, "We don't mean to bother you, but we like what you do." But usually I'd be so happy to have that interaction to break up my isolation that after a bit, I was the one bothering them. I liked being in these shows, but I really liked when I got to express myself, telling my own story when I put out my book, Maybe We'll Have You Back, The Life of a Perennial TV Guest Star. It got rejected by so many agents and publishers. They'd say things like, "It's interesting, but I wish there was more sex." And I'd say, "Me too. I'd love more sex in my life story." Or they'd say they'd publish it if it was from a bigger star or had a happy ending, obviously not getting that that was the idea. It wasn't a typical memoir of a star. So it sat in my computer for over a decade. But then in 2012, I siphoned off a part of the book, my experiences as a staff writer on Seinfeld for a season, for a Kindle single, which people seemed to like, and eventually that led to getting it published. It was great to express myself rather than waiting to fit into someone else's puzzle. I'm so happy I got that book published, but years later, I've become exhausted, pushing so much, trying to get more things off the ground, being told what they're looking for. So I'm at a point where I want to create and not try to sell, as I pitch to you subscribers. Okay, so a few years ago, I was just taking it easy, not putting pressure on myself, retired from efforting and from trying to figure out how to stay relevant, propel myself to that next level. And then this young man from the Midwest reached out to me on Instagram who sent a funny video of something he did using my voice.
This is gluten-free.
I liked it. Reached out and asked if he could do a promo for this audiobook I had done. In Hollywood, when you see someone alone in the car next to you moving their lips, it's a pretty good bet that they are complaining about someone else's success. That's because of you. Turned out we had many of the same sensibilities. Loved the old cartoons like Archie, Peanuts, Mad. We've been doing stuff for fun, animated shorts of me musing about eating alone, my family, when I toured with Norm and other showbiz stories, and realized this would be a great place to let you see these things, and you either like it or you don't. I don't know. I'm still suspicious what you're selling. Okay. When do we get our free steak dinner if we sign up?
Really? Hey, come on, where's the steak? Yeah. We gotta get something right, everyone, right?
Where's Tom Cruise?
Where's the steak dinner?
Steak, please. Okay, what'd you guys think? See if there's any comments, because Cody, so it won't be a big headache just to tweak few little things?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Just update the video.
Okay, because, my friend Tesla, who works in the movie business, said there should be a few little less reading, more acting on the next take. Okay. All right. The next take, I'll do that. But that maybe a few zoom ins, and I see a few cuts ideas. So why don't we play it again, but this time we could stop and go, if that's okay.
Right, and then when we play it, you can tell me what you're thinking where.
Yeah, well, I'll go. Please stop. I have a thought here.
Oh, okay, yeah, let's do it.
Well, Gary thinks it looks great. Good parking possibilities, Gary. Oh, Gary, you like the Chinese dentist? Hey, Wood. Oh no, now we're going to be slaughtered because Wood is very picky. But let's play it, and I'll tell you or you have ideas. So there's only just a few places where I guess she was right about the zooming in and a few editing. So let's play it again and we'll stop and go.
Yes.
And Scarlett liked it. And Lisa, no, Lisa abandoned us. Oh, Linda saw it. So did you like it, Linda? Okay. All right.
Very good.
So yeah, what that came from was there's a steak place by me, Taylor's, and they send you postcards, free steak dinner, but you have to listen to a whole thing. Oh, the boss. All right, the boss is here. Let's see what the boss says. But could you play it again, Cody? And if any of you have any ideas, I'd love to hear where you think it could be cut. And is it too long, Linda and everyone? You liked it? All right. All right. New subscribe. We got a subscriber to the Substack already. So please play it. Thank you for joining it. Joining
Cool.
Linda. I didn't get my shirt yet, but thank you, Bridget. Bridget, I stole from Bridget at the end when I did them all going, yeah, on your video.
Nice.
Thank you, Frank. Okay, all right. We don't need to be too anal, but 1 or 2 tweaks. So please start it again. You could see our thought process. Hello,
Sure.
potential
Let's do it.
Substack subscribers. I'm Fred, and let me tell you what you get if you subscribe. A sales pitch. I'm out. No. It's free if you want. I just want to build a base where people can see my stuff. I like how he
Years
sits right
ago,
back
I
down.
did a bunch of guest star spots on sitcoms. Don't get me wrong, it was nice, but I'd have to go on soul-crushing auditions.
Okay, this is what I think with this one.
Mhm.
So Cody, your initial gut feeling was right to start this with a zoom, but
Right.
rather than I don't think they could see it because we're covering the side where the tap dancer monkey is.
Right.
But I was thinking, what if it just starts on soul crushing auditions on just me
Mhm.
and then zooms out?
Right. So on your face, and then zooms out.
The whole picture.
Right.
Do you think that's a good idea?
Yeah, that's fine because you're making an expression. And it looks
Right,
like
and it shows like I'm in a painful audition, and then you got the zoom. You make Tesla happy, and thank you for subscribing. It's free, everyone. We already got 1 new subscriber. All right, so continue.
Are you gonna promise steak?
What's that?
Are you gonna promise them steak?
I promise you, everyone, a steak, and if you don't get it at the end, you could scream. Okay, all right,
All right.
continue.
I'll continue. Yeah, I wrote that down so we can.
Okay, and when I
that.
Did get a job. Oh, the stress. I wanted to score, get ass back. I couldn't be relaxed like the stars of the show, so I was on eggshells, afraid to mess up. Okay, it was. Do you think that? What do you think that? What do you think about that starting on me, and then panning out the guy on the eggshells on the thing, or I'm overdoing the zooming?
Right.
It's probably good as is, or whatever you think.
So I was
Cody.
on eggshells, afraid a job. Oh, the stress. To go on soul-crushing auditions. And when I did get a job, oh, the stress. I wanted to score, get ass back. I couldn't be relaxed like the stars of the show, so I was on eggshells, afraid to mess up.
Whatever you think. We don't need to force it, but we're getting 1 zoom in for the Zoom police. So all that zooming should be done after the story is done. What do you? The story is done. What are you talking about, Wood? What do you mean after the story is done? Okay, he could clarify, but
Yeah, that one we could. Yeah, that. Yeah,
that one is.
you could show it like. You could again like start from your face and then pull out,
Yeah.
or just see what would you do? You could.
A slow zoom in is what Ed sounds. I think your gut was to do that originally, but it started in a place where we weren't sure. Well, we are editing. We did the whole thing, Wood. What are you talking about? You missed it. We showed the whole thing. Now we're doing some cuts. Make the timeline. Okay. I don't know what you mean. But
So, yeah, I think the zoom. Yeah, I think all we had to do is, yeah, we could wait on this one. I'll just say on this too. This would be the Everybody Loves Raymond, and that one is going to be.
what does Ed mean? He said also you could do zooms that cut to the wide of the same frame movement without movement.
Oh yeah, you could cut to like a close up or a specific place.
I thought what you said, I was shell shocked. Sorry. I'm just kidding. No, he was at Shellback. That's a place in Hermosa. I thought he meant he was shell shocked. Sorry. No, we did the whole thing. Yeah, now we're going back. And so Wood, I sent it to a few friends. Everyone loves it except for the artwork. And I'm just kidding. No, they love Cody. But one
Yeah,
or two said maybe a few more zoom ins.
Right.
And there's one place where I see some obvious editing that on where it's on a shot or two too long.
You could have it where you
Starting with a close up. Yeah, well, that's what he's going to do with starting on a close up of me sitting waiting to audition. Then you widen out,
right.
and then I don't know if we're pushing too much with that with the thing with
Another idea. I mean, I know they said to start with on that other one, this one right here.
Change it up so it's not all slow zooms.
Like you could almost zoom. You could start there and zoom into the monkey area.
Wait, you say wait. The viewers can't see the monkey because we're our faces are over it.
Oh yeah, let me just fix that. There we go.
But you did originally start on the monkey, huh?
Yeah, but maybe we could end.
Yes.
We could start here and then just zoom into the monkey.
Wait, what? I don't start. Where's with it?
Like start like this, where you start back, and then we just kind of slowly zoom in on the monkey dancing.
Wait, starting with what?
With this zoomed out, so we get like an establishing shot.
And then zoom into the monkey, or what about a cross?
Yeah, you could almost.
Like I said, what if it starts on me sitting there and then widen out to see the other weird characters and then the monkey?
Yeah, you could almost just do that. It might be best to start with your face, like looking kind of like.
Yeah. So do we get credit for a zoom if we do that? For there's zoom quotas I learned on Substack. I'm just kidding. We got to get a few zooms in.
We have a quota to fill.
Yes.
We got let's see, we got 10 zooms, and then
we don't need to overdo it. What what's an expression in showbiz? They always go split the difference. Like if I'm on a thing, Fred, more high energy. All right, Fred, split the difference. Like when you get a note.
Oh, that's funny. What about
zoom from Fred's eyes to the clown's, then to the monkey? Yeah, something like that. You could also do slow pans from left to right, like starting on the clown, zoom, then pan. Yeah, that's why, Cody, it'll be easier when it's not videos, it's just stories with illustrations, because you could just plant them.
Right.
All right, one of those. And what do you think, or Ed and everyone else, Penelope, about this next shot?
You could start with these guys' faces.
Mm-hmm.
Move over to you, so we're a little zoomed in to these guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
and then we pan over to the left to see you holding a thing, kind of like and then it kind of pulls out. If that's too much, we could just start sort of like closer to the text where it says the tense everybody loves.
Yes. Oh, I like that. Cody is so good. I just want to say something. We don't have a lot of viewers, but someone said, you're really a good mentor for Cody. I said, I get more out of this than Cody does. I mean, I know I've done a bunch of little things, but this venue is the thing that excites me most for I can tell my stories. And there's so many things in my computer that once we get to Substack, I could tell stories I haven't been able to tell in stand up. I don't want to do a one-man show. I don't know how to write movies. So there's so many. So just to tell you, Cody, that thank you for your time, because I don't look at it as like, oh, a young guy is, learning from me. Getting this is the most creative thing I've ever been excited about. It's not even a career thing. So that's that.
Oh no, yeah, I appreciate that. No, I get a lot out of.
Well, one thing, here's Cody, a kid from the Midwest. Did you ever think that you would have your picture, one of your sketches on Facebook, and get a comment from the guy who wrote Forrest Gump?
Yeah, no, that was that's interesting.
Yes.
It's like way beyond like what you think. Even when we had Bob Gutton too, that was thing. That was
the guy from the Shawshank Redemption loves Cody's work, Bob Gutton, the warden. The point is there will be variation in the movement. Some still frames will be good, but all still frames might lose the. Yes, I agree. Just we don't have to overdo it, but you get the idea, Cody, right?
exactly, yeah. So this was the second idea that I have. I wrote that down. We can.
I love starting on the tense Everybody Loves Raymond set and panning out.
Nice. Yes. Let's do that. I'll continue, and then we can.
Yeah. The job.
the
Oh,
next
the
one.
stress. I wanted to score, get ass back. I couldn't be relaxed like the stars of the show, so I was on eggshells, afraid to mess up. Okay, it wasn't that bad, but those jobs were few and far between. I had lots of maddening free time trying to devise ways I could elevate
What about
myself
Cody?
to... Wait, could you stop, Cody?
Sure. Yeah.
Well, maybe it won't be so static because you're going to do a little variation on the shot on Raymond, but those jobs are few and far between. Maybe get to that a little quicker of me, and I had lots of maddening free time.
Oh yeah, yeah. Verses 3 and shorten. Or like on the couch picture.
Yeah. Well, let me answer what Ed is saying. I think it's important to have a director. That's a good idea. I think one of the reasons we decided to do a Substack is to like have it like a comic book, like Peanuts, Jughead. It'd be too hard to do like twice a month, like I would like. A thing on Substack with animation and this kind of stuff. So hopefully, I think we'll have a sense of it. You know what I'm saying, Cody? If it's not like a short film, if you're putting it out like a comic book where they could read it. So we won't have these editing kind of learning curves.
Right. A lot of the direction, like when I read your work or something, or I can interpret something, and then I could add more or less drawings or something.
Right. So it would be really, like I said, the reason I wanted to do Substack and do it like a comic book or, a graphic novel is Cody could do a lot more rather than always having to edit like a film. Okay, let's see Seth's 2 cents. I'm completely smitten with the art on the whole. Remnants of the old projector films we'd see in school. Thank you. Oh, Ed, the sound guy, I think you noticed, Everyday Wood Demands sends me links, things I have to get, and many of them are not so necessary. I don't use so much, but this mic is very, very sweet. And
Yeah.
now he yelled at me that I have to have a sticker logo on it, but all right, we'll do that.
Oh yeah, you gonna get that?
You can't do it without a logo on the mic. That's what I'm
Exactly.
learning.
I got
All right.
I got a logo of my face on my door
You do?
studio.
Okay.
I have a little wood in me, you know.
Oh. All right. So let's continue. So, like I said, Cody, if you're writing it down, maybe get out of this a little quicker too. If you
Yep.
notice, we borrowed the shot from the Norm video of me on the couch.
Very good, very
Few
good.
and far between.
Here we
I
go.
had lots of maddening free time
Yeah, so
trying to devise ways I could elevate myself to the next level and have that steady life in showbiz. I'd meander outdoor malls to get out of my little apartment. Sometimes it was nice when someone spotted me. Usually they'd say, "We don't mean to bother you, but we like what you do." But usually,
Okay. Okay. I think when I say usually, you
Mhm.
should go to the next thing. Okay. Sorry. Please continue.
I'd be so happy to have that interaction to break up my isolation.
oh yeah, so that's where they walk away.
Usually, but when I say, but usually, and then maybe go to the next picture where they're fleeing from me.
Right.
Hey, we
Let
don't
me
mean
play
to
that
bother you,
and hear the
but we
usually
like
here.
what you do. But usually, I'd be so happy to have that interaction to break up my isolation that after a bit, I was the one bothering them. I liked being in these shows, but I really liked when I got.
I think that may be on too long too. When I say I liked being in these shows, then maybe you could start with a close up of my book, the next thing, and widen out to we can appease the Zoom police. So Ed, on your comment, he goes, the SM7DB is kind of the industry standard and just works. It's amazing because I've been doing stuff and I don't have to be in my closet. I don't, there's no echo. So this is the one time Wood was right about a link. I'm just kidding. So does that make sense what I said, Cody, about maybe not stay on this too long and you'll see what's coming next?
Yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll have it pop up the usually part, change them to that, and then I'll also think maybe put the weight up
A little sooner in.
a little. The weight up, actually, the text will pop up a little after we change the picture to him reaching out, like, "Oh, don't go." And I thought maybe I could have that not show up until a little bit after.
Yeah, it's the way you did with the book agent sex thing.
Yeah, I think that might make it look nice.
Oh God, Lisa's mad. It's
No.
okay.
Tell her it's gonna get good in the next,
I don't know. We'll get
To
better.
express
Okay.
It'll
myself,
get better.
telling
Yes.
my own story.
So with this shot,
Right.
now maybe we're overdoing the zooming in my book. No, it's good for the whole wide shot because you see it all.
Right.
You don't have to zoom in on the book and widen. We're overdoing
When
it.
I put out my
Right.
book,
Okay.
Maybe We'll Have You Back, The Life of a Perennial TV Guest Star. It got rejected by so many agents and publishers. They'd say things like, "It's interesting, but I wish there was more sex." And I'd say, "Me too. I'd love more sex in my life story." Or they'd say they'd publish it if it was from a bigger star or had a happy ending. Obviously not getting that was the idea. It wasn't a typical memoir of a star. So it sat in my computer for over a decade. But then in 2012, I siphoned off a part of the book, my experience.
I just want to stop there.
Yeah.
Actually, the computer thing is my friend Tesla saying more stuff like that. So yes, that's what she meant. That was good. The
Oh, would you like?
computer. Yes, more stuff like that. Yes.
I see.
But we already put in 2 more, so that may be good for the quota for the police,
Right.
the Zoom and police.
The Zoom police.
Yes,
I thought it was like the Zoom, like the actual, like the Zoom meeting, and then it was like, oh no, the zooming of the camera.
the Zoom in police.
All right, yeah. So should I keep going?
Siphoned off a part of the book, my
Okay.
experiences as a staff writer on Seinfeld for a season for a Kindle single, which people seemed to like, and eventually that led to getting it published. It was great to express myself rather than waiting to fit into someone else's puzzle. I'm so happy I got that book published, but years later, I've become exhausted, pushing so much, trying to get more things off the ground, being told what they're looking for. So I'm at a point where I want to create and not try. Maybe this is on a little longer, so at some point, I think get to the next thing about throwing out the Zoom mic and everything
Oh,
on the
right.
puzzle picture.
Nice. Yep. So move on to the next picture sooner.
A little sooner, yeah.
But this that would be puzzle pick. Mhm.
Try to sell,
There you go.
as I pitch to you subscribers. Okay, so a few years ago, I was just taking it easy, not putting pressure on myself, retired from efforting and from trying to figure out how to stay relevant, propel myself to that next level. And then this young man from the Midwest reached out to me on Instagram who sent a funny video of something he did using my voice.
This is gluten-free.
I liked it. Reached out and asked if he could do a promo for this audiobook I had done. In Hollywood, when you see someone alone in the car next to you moving their lips, it's a pretty good bet that they are complaining about someone else's success. That's because of you. Turned out we had many of the same sensibilities. Loved the old cartoons like Archie, Peanuts, Mad. We've been doing stuff for fun, animated shorts of me musing about eating alone, my family, when I toured with Norm and other showbiz stories, and realized this would be a great place to let you see these things, and you either like it or you don't. I don't know. I'm still suspicious what you're selling. Okay. When do we get our free steak dinner if we sign up?
Really? Hey, come on, where's the steak? Yeah. We gotta get something right, everyone, right?
Where's Tom Cruise?
Where's the steak dinner?
Steak, please. All right. I think that's it. I realize I should do the final audio mix. Oh, we almost got away with it. Even with the new mic wood. So I love it, Cody. I think, is that a lot? Is it overwhelming, all that stuff? Or is it,
With the audio stuff?
I mean, the fixes, the tweaks.
Oh yeah, no, I think the tweaks should be all right. I think yeah, it should be all right.
Okay.
Yeah, this is
You agree though, right?
yeah.
We're being crazy. We're being crazy perfectionists. Just that, yeah. The main thing is that part where, the people stop me, and then I'm bothering them, and the thing with the Ray thing, and with the puzzle, and the yeah.
Exactly.
All right, let's make it perfect, Wood.
Yes.
And what about the lighting, Wood? He's a lighting guy.
Right. I made this might be a little flat lighting. This is sort of
Yes. Well, I did a cameo. See, that's when the light's on. Yeah. My face was so red. You can, and I got to get, there were only a few pop sounds. I couldn't, there's like a condom. I couldn't get this on the thing at the sound guy, but not too bad. But I've done a few things where when I used to have my other mic where I couldn't help the pop sound. So I'd say a different word without a P.
Oh,
Yes. But I love it. So
oh, that's
you had Logic since 4.1, which is back with Mac computers with cream colored with rainbow apples on them. All right, now
right.
he's making things up now.
No, that's like the old way back when they used to be made out of the material.
Yeah. So all right, yeah, I don't need the Papa sound. I heard it once or twice in it, but we don't need to get so anal. But okay, so Cody, what I would love to work on now is you want to show them that little illustration. Well, we don't have to. They could understand it, that it's going to have this is going to be on the first page, but below it we're going to have like coming soon, not as a like a comic book, coming next episode, coming
Yeah.
soon with a few shots.
Right.
I should give Cody the old mic. Well, maybe I'll send him Cody's mic. See, Cody doesn't have to send in audio. It's just for streams. Thank you, Seth. Yeah, Wood, I got to get on my phone how to control my Nest.
Your what?
No, it's okay. I need to oh, it just got cool. My AC.
Oh, you can change it with your phone.
That's what Wood says, but sometimes he makes things up that you can control the AC with your phone. I never heard of anything like that.
You could probably change it with your watch.
But not the phone. That would make no sense.
Right. The phone, yeah, I don't know.
He's pushing it.
Your watch, yes, but not the phone. You
So
wouldn't
let's-
be, like back
let's-
then they would have to use the phone, and then they
Yes.
like, could you make it?
No, I haven't, Wood.
No.
I've been trying to keep the place clean, and what else do I have to find? What are the tech stuff? Oh, I'll be right there. I'm gonna grab something for Wood. Okay.
That sounds good. Right.
All right. Now that I have Wood on the line, so this was chirping. So I put a new battery in, and I don't know what's wrong with it. I don't know. Any ideas? Now, hopefully, Wood recommended a cleaning woman who could also fix things.
Oh, really?
Wood doesn't know.
Is that like a Mary Poppins kind of?
This was chirping, so I took the battery out, bought a new battery, put it in, but doesn't seem to be working because it's just to press it and hear it chirp.
Mm.
Okay. All right. Well, So wait, what is? So no. This. I thought we're working on not this video. Oh, you want to edit it now? I thought the little
no,
shots.
Yeah, let's look at the let's look at the list. Let's look at
Right.
yeah.
I know it's a fire alarm, and it chirps when the batteries go. going. So I changed the battery, but it doesn't seem to be working because usually you press it, makes a chirp. That's what I'm saying. I know it's a fire alarm. I'm not that much of a moron. Hey, this is a frisbee.
It's a beeping frisbee.
Put it on your tongue. All right, get that out of here. Now,
Tell your face.
what's up, everybody? You having a good time? Why don't you tell your face?
Let's take a look-see here. Now I'm going to open up a file that
No, there is a battery in here.
there is.
All right.
Okay, yeah, I need to quit this and go on to this. Okay.
Hi, it's Lisa. Sorry.
Is it Lisa?
Lisa.
Every place. We're gonna go with the. This is going to be Adobe.
So, Wood, when they did Survivor, when they had the live show where they picked the winner, they have a big crowd there just for 10 minutes of them counting votes.
Substack documents.
What's up, everybody? Having a good time? Why don't you tell your face? Jeff may join us in a bit.
Oh, nice. That's great.
We'll do some roasting.
Nice.
What is why don't you tell your face? Well, what it means is Jeff Richards is doing his impression of Jeff Ross, who roasts people. So when he goes, "You're having a good time," why don't you tell your face? Because obviously, if you're having a good time, you'd be smiling. So if you go, "Tell your face," meaning, did you get it, Cody?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know if I was. Yeah, I don't think I was thinking about that. I was more kind of like it was funny that somebody would say, "Tell your face."
I think it means, why don't you tell your face? Because
Like it's not.
if you're having a good time, you'd be grumpy. If you're not, you'd be grumpy.
Oh yeah. And what it's saying, it's like if you were frowning, and then I said, "Are you having a good time?" and you said yes, and I said, "Why don't you tell your face?"
Yes, I think that's what it
It's
means.
like the person's sort of like trying to say, "You don't look like you're happy."
You don't look like you're having a good time by the look of your face. So you should tell your face that you're having a good time.
This is how you decode comedy.
Yes. Why don't you tell your face? But I like that this roaster just does the same roast over and over. He tells it, "Hey, fire alarm, you having a good time? Why don't you tell your face?
Why don't you tell your face?
Hey, cop, you having a good time? Why don't you tell your face?" That's what I like.
Exactly. All right. So here we are. Now,
And I see, even though we're not on Substack yet, one of you subscribed, which is free. So it can't hurt to get in on the ground floor.
yes. Give me one.
So Scarlett still doesn't get it, but Seth does. The face joke.
I
Why don't
see.
you tell your face? Yeah, comic books used to have coming soon, right? Like in our next few episodes.
Right. All right. So yeah, I'm imagining that you can put. That's none of the questions I guess we could ask the lady. But if we have like Yeah, like yeah, you just do something where you know, you kind of have this like so here we want to say we could make it like it's pinned in like an old you know,
Mm-hmm.
like a I'll just do a quick rough, you know,
Oh,
something
she
like
did get it. Just tell your face.
you ever think something's funny when you don't understand it, but it's still funny?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what happened here? There we go.
But I got addicted to Survivor.
Oh, you got yeah.
Yeah. I gotta tell my, but I gotta tell my face.
Let's see here. It was like that. Ah, it doesn't have to look like that all the time. It'd just be kind of like that, and then now it doesn't have to be this. It can be something else. In fact, it could just be like an icon here, this icon here, this icon here, this. Icon here, this. You know what I mean, like placement wise, or you do like yeah, that's a good question. I'm just kind of messing around, and then we can choose the one.
You could lay it out however you want. I think the first submission, the first thing would be the video, and then come in future episodes coming soon, and Fred tours with the stories of touring with Norm, then a shot of Fred, eating alone, Fred strolling with Stoller, and just, a few shots you're already done. Fred at a wild party, with the John Voight, Ben Stiller party, Fred naps, just a few pictures. Let me see.
Right.
If I have, let me see if I have any of those down. I'm trying to open this thing. All right. Oh, intro, wrong one. Substack. Tell your face. I have questions. Tom Cruise. It's Tom Cruise. Look.
So do like
Substack.
I'm gonna do this. I'll just do like first off, I'll just do like a quick thumbnail and see what we have. See like coming soon.
Angelo.
Now, I think I wrote down some of the ideas that we had.
Yeah, okay, you wrote them down. I'm looking.
I think I did. I wrote where are they? They're like here.
You could have me just walking and then the thing strolling with Stoller, or just when I bumped into the guy, go, if I were you, I would.
Right. Let's take this off and then there we go. Right. So I'll move this over here.
I should send Cody the wireless one. All right. Well, I guess I'm not going to use the wireless. Yeah. I mean, because, yeah, Cody doesn't. People have been complaining about Cody's sound. There you go. That I have Indiana Jones illustrating my story. Yes.
Do you know?
Pull this over here. Please like me.
Like, how do they do coming soon in a comic book?
It's well, Do they end it with like to be continued?
Nah, maybe yeah, they do that, but for this, in future Substacks or coming soon, and just yeah,
Yeah, right.
yeah, or coming soon is easy enough.
It's something like that, or do you think is there like I don't know if there's
What's this? Sorry. Oh, it's a chipwich. I would have thought it was a chipwich if Wood didn't tell me. Indiana Jones and the Pencil of Tune.
that is good.
Morning, Mick E.
Uh,
Oh, they thought I was topless. That's
what?
funny.
Wait,
Because this is a flesh shirt.
it is. Oh, I didn't notice. Oh. Well, there you go. You know. Coming soon near a theater,
You
or
don't have to say near a theater. What? I think they understand what coming soon means.
coming.
Yeah, that way what I'm trying to give them on the first Substack page is the introductory video, which we'll put on YouTube and Facebook and TikTok and Instagram. And if you guys could please share it, and it'll have the link to subscribe. And but then just it's fun just to look at it like it's a graphic novel, and that way they could look at it coming soon.
Remember, I had that one. You could put that picture where you're with those glasses.
Yes,
Looking
I like that. You have the picture ready, right?
right.
From the John Voight one.
Exactly. Yeah, I thought maybe it'd be kind of a funny one to just kind of put that in there.
What is going to perfect the sound on my iPhone when the phone rings?
Oh, really?
It's not good. I'm just kidding. So, Gary and Cody never heard the. So I went to a new dentist. This is true, and he's a Chinese. He's an Asian guy. He's great. I'm serious. But I thought of the old joke. What do you know? What time is it when a Asian guy goes to the dentist? 2:30. Oh, I'm gonna get in trouble for that. I'm gonna get in so much trouble. You know, I was watching. I forgot what show it was. Maybe it was.
That's fine.
I forgot just the other show. Tooth Hurdy or Tooth Hurry.
Coming soon. And
That is so good. I love it.
let's see. Then you can have. What did I write down? It's very difficult to legible writing here.
Touring with Norm. How about Young Fred? Do you have any? Remember, I used to like they had Little Archie, Little Jughead.
Little Freddy.
Yes, Adventures of Little Freddy.
Oops.
Oh, Gary likes a tooth hurdy joke.
That's a good one.
Well, why is the dentist Asian? No, I have an Asian dentist. The joke is an Asian guy. Well, it's another joke, and my friend Jimmy O Yang, who you know, is Asian, and he likes the joke, so I have permission. So the eye doctor says to the Chinese guy, "You have cataracts." He goes, "No, I have Lincoln Continental." Do you get it, Cody? Because
I-
cataracts is an eye disease, and he thought he said Cadillac. He goes, "No, I have Lincoln Continental."
What does that look? Lincoln.
You're looking up Lincoln Continental?
Well, yeah, I haven't. I know what it. I mean, I wanted to see what it looked like. Oh yeah, I know what that kind of looks.
But no, the joke is he's telling the eye doctor, "I don't have a Cadillac, I have a Lincoln Continental."
Right.
Okay.
No, I understood it. I knew what the. I was just checking out what that one looked like. The design.
That's a type of joke Jeff Ross would say. Tell it to your face. If you're having a good time.
Having a good time. Tell it to your face. Little Freddy.
Do you have any? You have probably a picture from the already drawn from the Christmas in Florida, so you don't have to resketch.
Right. We could always put like the character. In this case, I'll get rid of this thing. In this case, we could put like a little face here or something.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Or let me just write down the stuff, and then we can look at
Okay.
what can go along with it. Let's see. We had Fred tours with Norm.
Yeah, you already have a lot of pictures.
I guess we could. You could always just. We could do like a.
Did you not send Wood the picture of Wood on his back? What was that?
Do you have any? Thanks for sending me the pic of me with Wood. Oh yeah. Yeah, I sent him the one with the.
Oh, you did send it.
Yes.
I thought he was being sarcastic.
Oh.
Norm was on Saturday Night Live, and he did this bit that was so funny. There's a famous speech Lou Gehrig made, who had, ALS. He goes, "Today I consider myself the luckiest man in the world." You've heard that expression, Cody?
Yeah, the luckiest man. Today I consider myself the luckiest.
That was from a speech Lou Gehrig made, when he was dying, because he had all that love.
Oh.
So Norm did his version. He goes, "Today I consider myself the luckiest man in the world." They all applaud. He goes, "I was being sarcastic. I have a disease I'm going to slowly die from. The disease is so bad they named it after me." So I was being sarcastic. Oh, it's so funny.
That's funny.
I was being sarcastic.
Saving this live stream item. New folder. June 1st. 25. List for Substack. There we go. Okay. Now if I can get, why is it not? Oh.
Reconnecting.
What do you mean connection?
Oh, you hear me? It said connection lost, reconnecting.
Huh.
But I guess I'm here, huh?
Yeah, I hear you. I don't know what. Well, let me take a look and see.
I see me on YouTube. I'm still here
Oh, good. Maybe it's just kind of dropping like the
a
internet.
little bit.
Yes.
Should you guys be sending? What does he mean?
What is who?
I don't know. I don't know
Should I
what he just meant.
sending? Sending. Fred. Oh yeah, that's right.
What'd you tell your face?
Tours. Is there an E at the end of that? No.
TOU. No, no E.
Tours with Norm.
How about living on the edge in one of the thrill pictures or something?
Oh yeah, that'd be great. The Norm thing, we can choose like a picture of Norm or
Yeah.
something, or even like the Norm thing, the one with you. Like we can isolate those and just like put it in there. I can just like take some neat little pictures. As in this one says Adventures, the thrill.
I guess, you know, or what about the ice bath one? Fred lives on the edge and he's shivering in it. I don't know. The ice bath one is funny. The shivering.
Yes.
Yes. When I was on the road with Norm, he told me to buy a thing to do a podcast when we toured. So Wood met me at a guitar center. He ended up buying it back for me because he was paranoid. His stuff was on it. Stuff he was just babbling. I need a Fred Stoller cup. Yeah, you're right. You got to have the cup,
Oh yeah,
logo.
we need to make a cup.
Oh, yes.
It's we could each have one. We could have one of ourselves. And when you put it together, when you put the cup, you know how you cheer, like
Yes.
so when you put it together, it looks like we're holding the picture of Mad up or something, or the
Yes.
like the thing that we just. How about that? Or it makes a picture of something.
Something. Cody's a genius. He's pretty amazing. I mean, it's not just a guy who sketches. That thing closed in on the tense Raymond set. That was genius.
Oh, thanks. I hope it works. Yeah.
And Gary's a genius with parking.
Right.
Planning parking.
Exactly.
How about
Eat alone.
someone else thinks I don't have a shirt on? Wait.
That's.
Yes.
You can get one that has like hair on, like it's printed like an actual like the features on the chest, and then you're kind of like, wait, is that a shirt, or is like it still is worse as like not wearing a shirt? I would assume if you had a shirt like that. I mean, I couldn't wear. I mean, you know.
Strolling with Stoller will be a segment. Just maybe the thing where
Right.
I shot him. The
Yeah.
If I Were You thing. Do you have Wacom? Would want to know.
Whack-a-mole board.
Yeah.
or however you that sounds. It's all funny when you try to. Yes, that is correct.
And yeah, you could use one of those pictures like when I bumped into the guy, he goes, "If I were you, I would."
Right. Yeah. Yeah. If I were. Oh yeah. So use that. And that was Andy. I modeled his face off of.
Oh. Tell your camera down a little bit, Cody. Tell your camera down. Oh.
There we go.
Someone said we need a director.
We got it. Yeah, you could be the director.
Uh, maybe the eating alone picture. They can't see your face. You sound like Jeff Ross. Tell your face. We can't see your face.
It's see your face. You can see your face. Tell it to your face. Sterling with Stoller. And then
What are some others?
we have one that says Fred at parties.
Yes. You could either use the party one you did. What are you crying?
Mm.
Al could see it all. You know what I saw, Al? A movie that wasn't a big hit, but I saw it in the movie theaters in 1975, and it was called Hearts of the West with Jeff Bridges. I like movies about making movies, and this was about making a Western in the old days in the 30s. It had Blythe Danner as a younger woman. Did you ever see Hearts of the West? I recommend it.
Hearts of the West. Oh, is that the one?
Yes.
Yeah, mentioned to me.
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds interesting. I'd like to. It says take the camera off your face and put it on your hand with the pad.
What? I see you perfectly. I don't know what Wood is talking about. He's just busting
I know what he's talking
chops.
about. Here's the deal. Yeah, what I could do is next time I could set it up so you can watch me draw.
But we're seeing it right here. What are you talking about?
I think that's what he's talking about.
But we're seeing you draw.
Yeah, but you
I
might see
don't,
more of me drawing.
I don't remember Rancho Deluxe, but I recommend Hearts of the West. I'm not a big Western fan, but I like movies about making movies. And but we are seeing him draw. What is he talking about? This.
Mm.
Well, oh, I see. He doesn't believe you're really drawing it. Maybe Gary's drawing it.
Right.
Cody's pretending.
I hired somebody to kind of look like they're like I'm doing.
Wait, Erin.
Yeah, it would be kind of cool. I can bring it over.
Is Erin McGarth? How do you say her name? I'm not in touch with her. Was she like Dan Harmon's girlfriend for a while? If that's the same person, I think. Yeah, I can't remember the last time I spoke to her.
I'm just trying to think how I could do that now. Let's see. Yeah, I'll fix that. So yeah, next time I'll get that camera. So because I have all these wires connected to the thing where I move the whole thing.
He doesn't believe.
It'll be.
People don't believe he's really drawing this. You got to see.
You have to see it here. Let's see if I can. There it is.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now, Wood, when you do lighting on shows, do you like say, "Hey, I got a better way to do this"? I could picture him doing it and getting into a shoving match. What are some other? Well, at parties, you could have Fred talks to women. Remember, you need a shot of me and a woman. So either the one with Lisa or the one at the John Voight Ben Stiller party where he's talking to the caterer.
Right.
Let's see if there's any Postmates.
Like this. That one.
Yes.
Like. So you have that. See how all that looks?
Yes. Wait. So wait, they read it going down. It's yeah, that makes sense.
Or you could have it more widescreen, so you could have ones over here, like this. Oh, hey, I got a call from Wood.
Oh, okay.
I think that's him, right? I think he has my number. Should I answer it?
Yeah.
Should I put it on speaker?
Yeah.
Hey, Wood.
Turn the camera so it has your face in it and the pad you're writing on in it, so we can see your hand and the animation on the screen at the same time. Very interesting. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I totally get it.
So keep your face in it, even if it's just like from your ear and your hat brim down to just the face of the computer that you're drawing on. It doesn't need to be anything in the background, but yeah, sorry.
No.
To interrupt the podcast, but I think that would be amazing. And I'm trying to type it, but hey, it's not working.
Right, no, you're good. Yeah, I totally know what you're talking about. Let me do that, and then I'll see what the effect is. I like. Thank you for the suggestions, and I love it.
I'm hanging up on you guys now.
All right.
All right.
I see you, Wood. Nice.
All right. Did you understand?
Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll do a magic trick. I'll disappear, and then I'm gonna let's see, get this sort of like this.
I started watching the new show with John Hamm, Your Friends and Neighbors. Looks interesting.
That's cool.
Anyone seen it?
Let's see. We're gonna make that.
What's up, everybody? You having a good time? My thing always bounces at the garage band thing. I gotta press don't use. It's always like trying to recognize it. Everyone's gonna. What's that?
What's it saying? Your GarageBand?
The mic. It's going. Do you want to use this mic? No. Keeps wanting to use my iPhone mic.
Oh, I see.
7 o'clock.
Let me see if I'm gonna first do this.
Did we lose Cody? Yeah. I think we lost Cody. Oh, no. I don't know if he's still there. Let me see. If Cody's not there, he may have to call back.
No, can you hear me, Fred?
Yes.
Oh, okay, good. Sorry about that. I was just getting it prepared.
We got 2 likes. Come on, we could do better than that. Come on, everybody. Having a good time. Why don't you tell your face? Very addicting.
Right. Here we go. I'm almost set for this. Let's see. I'm just making sure it looks good. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not too bad. Let's try one more thing. Sorry for the delay, but it might be interesting for everybody seeing me draw. All right.
Well, we're losing people, so.
Oh, we are.
Well, it's all right.
Oh no.
Any questions, everybody?
There
Do you think?
Mhm.
Where's Chloe? See Chloe? You want your food? I'm getting hungry too. Do you see Chloe back there? What's up? What's up, Chloe? You having a good time? Why don't you tell your face? God, we're ripping off Jeff Richards left and right.
We are. Here, I'll do. How do we get back on?
Yes, I've heard of the Jerky Boys. All right. All right, now.
Now you can see. Now hold on. I need to move it even a little further back. Like this. I might have a better setup.
This is so worth it.
You think so?
No,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
just kidding. I don't know. Well, Wood said losing people or not, it's worth it.
Is that what he says?
Yes. I'm going to get my charger to make it sharper. Wait 1 second.
All right. So Fred, yeah, I was saying we could do it like a wider view of this. And basically
All right.
basically all this. You could show the character holding the glasses, pointing this direction, having a list of those things with the pictures like that. Like that. There you go. Does that look what does everybody say about it?
Perfect camera angle, by the way. Don't change that at all. All right, good camera angle. Now they believe you're really drawing. So, all right, let's go back to the real thing. This, okay. So, I don't know. I trust your instincts, Cody, and Seth likes the angle better.
Maybe I should do maybe look at the Substack layout to see
Yeah.
what I think would be best for it. I think.
Yeah, you mean look at our Substack thing, or just yeah, that sounds like the thing that once we put it on, we could just do it as we go.
Right. I mean, this is something though I could at least have these ready.
Yes.
We kind of like. Is there any more lists? I mean, we could fill up. If we do this, we have 1, 2, 3, maybe a few more. Or if you think that's enough, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. We had in this list over here on the computer said everyone eats alone. We saw that. We already have that. Fred at parties. Oh yeah, we are down to 9. Oops. Fred at parties, the Gate Show. That was one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Which I could put that on there. Do you like that one, the Gate Show?
Yeah.
The Gate Show. And then we could put
Something with my mom. You have the video of when my mother's talking about Norm.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Well, how many inches computer do you have there?
How many
Cody?
inches of
Yeah.
this?
Yeah. How big is your monitor?
This monitor here is 22.
So those are people who still need a monitor, not a laptop. People who illustrate.
Yes.
Pearls of wisdom. That's a good thing for my segment with my mother.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah.
Who said
You
that?
got this is helpful when they brainstorm with us. You did the thing about the Mrs. Stoller thing, or pearls with Mrs. Stoller, pearls of wisdom with Mrs. Stoller, and then because you already have the Mrs. Stoller joke, the restaurant eating alone.
Right. Oh, like your cat's using you?
Yes.
So that picture.
Yeah. I think it'll just be fun seeing stuff you've already done, just where you can read it and don't have to click on a video.
Right.
The way it's like fun holding, just scan, looking at it at their pace. How about you could use the Jeff Crone one? Fred goes to the Academy Awards and have the one with Leonardo and those people,
Yes. What? Say that again.
You could have Fred at the Academy Awards and have that shot you did of Jeff Crone where I'm going, don't you want my selfie?
Yes. Awards.
Come here.
Academy
It's
of-
funny now that I have the the Nest mic, the thing over there. I mean, camera. I was watching, doing a cameo sitting here
Mhm.
and just seeing me like my back to it, just doing the thing. But this is a great spot for doing cameos. I just do it here. I have this thing, which if Ed the sound guy's still there, it could be sharp. It could be better for the iPad, iPhone.
Wood says I can turn this light off. He's giving me some lighting advice.
Well, you're getting lighting you don't understand from a guy who does Dancing with the Stars, the
Right.
Greek theater. Could you did you ever think there in Bowling Green, Ohio, you would have had lighting advice from a professional 20 guy year in the business who did a Alfonso Roberto show?
Yeah.
And did you ever think watching The Masked Singer,
Never.
you would have lighting advice from the same guy?
I never. That's
Never crossed your mind.
That's a segment right there.
What's that?
I meant this whole thing, like the whole, like I could write about this.
Yes. Well, guys, watching what I want to do is so I'm going to have stories I wrote, like the time I used to play Arkanoid at a 24-hour taco place, those stories. But we need a story. We want to have Cody's story in one Substack segment where he's going to talk about how he met me or whatever, and coming to Hollywood from Bowling Green. He'd never been here, and what it was like coming out and being part of that festivity where you got to meet the guitar player from the Cars,
Right.
Tom Kenny,
Oh yeah.
Billy West.
Oh yeah.
You even met Patrick from SpongeBob, right?
Yeah, my dad got to shake his hand. He was heading out, and so that's we caught him before he left.
And you got to meet Piddles, who's in this. Oh,
Yes.
Puddles the clown.
Puddles Pity Party.
And Dave Herman, who is on Futurama and Office Space.
I was amazed. I was like, what?
What do you know from Office Space?
Yeah, I love that movie, but it's like it was crazy because it's like, I mean, he has facial hair in that movie. He was so young.
Yes.
He's probably my age. I don't know, like
Yeah.
I mean, it's like weird. It's like, what? Like that was really.
That's
And
the
I'm
guy
like,
from
I
Office
can't even
Space.
imagine what I'm like what it like Office Space. Okay.
Yeah. So,
So that
and you
was,
got to talk with the wild with Tom Kenny.
yep.
So, what do you know him? Do you know him from SpongeBob or?
Yes. I know Tom from SpongeBob mostly. A lot of the behind the scenes, kind of knowing like what
Right.
it's gonna look like, and I know he did stuff for Star Wars.
Oh, he's done everything.
Yeah, I mean
Adventure Time.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't even name it all.
Oh yeah, Powerpuff Girls.
The narrator.
He's like in every Cartoon Network.
Yes, he is.
That ever was in the 90s or
Pretty
like
much.
thousands, 90s.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's funny now that we have the angle, Cody's not drawing anymore. But yeah, I think the stuff we could just once we get that
Right.
when you get those things, we could just go on Substack and fill it out and do this as we go.
Right, but at least we have an idea, and we could make it a picture, but we could see maybe you use text, and then they like
But
coming soon could be like something
yeah,
to our
and maybe a
style.
logo for Strolling with Stoller. Coming soon, that's very clever.
Right.
Like you could see it in the future, like it's up ahead.
Right.
Tom Kenny and the High Seas. Yes, they performed at Andy Paley's memorial.
Right. Oh yeah, I got to meet the damsels.
I don't know why Dave Keckner wasn't there. He must have been working.
Yeah, Dave Keckner. Oh yeah, the other guy was he likes science fiction movies.
Dana Gould.
Dana Gould. I was sort of hoping to meet him, but
he just didn't show up.
he didn't show up. But he did a video of him as the Dr. Z, so that was funny. So that was I mean, it was a pretty clever written thing. Like it was funny. And then the cat from Sabrina.
Oh, Nick Bakay?
Yeah. Actually, that was the first guy I saw there when we walked in.
What was his story, Nick Bakay's?
Nick Bakay's story?
I gotta see I gotta see. Hopefully they'll put it online. Everyone's what they said about Andy.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, that was one thing I was going to think. I was like, I wonder if they'll have that available.
Well, Jim Turner, he was in a show Arliss.
Oh yeah.
A long time ago, but he was the original MTV spokesperson, Randy of the Redwoods. He did some movies. He was in the Bewitched movie with Steve Carell.
That's
and
great.
Meet Dave with Eddie Murphy. Not big hits.
It's funny. I watched the Bewitched one recently. Before, I mean, like a little bit before, like way before we went to California. But I didn't even think about meeting anybody who was in that movie. So I did get to talk to him a little bit, so that was
because your mom Lisa yelled at me like, "Shame on you! You didn't get Cody to meet any celebrities.
right.
I demand better." I'm just kidding.
And then it happened.
Yeah, well, come
it.
back again. You'll meet the Wood Alfonso Roberto. How do you say his name?
Yeah, I gotta meet Wood.
Oh yes. Well, your only day off. Well, the day off, you were meeting someone else you've been working with
Right.
for 10 years, and you never met in person.
Yes.
Your prospective teacher.
Right. And that was fun. That was a
Yes.
great time. He was.
I did something for Mad Magazine with your friend. Funny coincidence. Will Ferrell was in Bewitched, not Steve Carell.
Yeah, Will
That's
Ferrell,
right.
and I think it was that lady who was it the Tom Cruise his wife or his ex-wife now or what?
Oh,
The one that played in that one movie of Eyes Wide Shut lady.
Nicole Kidman.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, the amazing thing, and maybe one day I'll do a story about the good thing about Substack is like I can tell like a story and you illustrate it about Arkanoid, then I could show videos of me really playing Arkanoid. We like for this one, not only will we have the coming attractions, I'll have a link for my Seinfeld year, my book, things I talk about in this,
Right.
and eventually maybe we'll have a merch page where you can like we can sell stills from some of your pictures, and we could offer like if you pay a certain amount, Cody will draw you as a character in our next story. That could be fun, right?
Right. I need to do like exactly.
Yeah, it's a good way to encompass all that. And a mini book. What was I thinking? With the like if you tell you like actually maybe on this one you could put the clip, or maybe when we do a story about us meeting, like you have the clip the first time me and you met in person outside the Cheesecake Factory in Glendale.
Yes.
So we can show it's fun. We could tell a story with you illustrating it, but also show little extra things.
Right.
Like you can tell a story about your first time in LA downtown and
Right.
just what went on, but then show the thing you did about Falling Star. So it's fun where we could just put a lot of with the picture little extras.
Absolutely. That'd be
Signed copies of stuff. But Cody could like either do signed things, or we could have a little page where stills of some of the things. Like I like in the thing you did, the picture of me throwing out the ring light. I forgot the one with there's great stills in it that so
yeah.
yes, so this is how he does it. Cody's doing this is how Cody draws it. Let's see. Now that we could see you draw, you're not drawing anything. You want to do one little thing before we sign off? A little
Sure.
picture. How about a picture of that way we get a jump on some of them. So when I bump into someone, a woman strolling with Stoller, and she goes, "Hey, nice to see you." And I go, "If it's so nice to see me,
Right.
why didn't you stop? Why don't you show your face?"
Why don't you show your
see.
face? Why don't you show your face?
Oh, this
You'd like me to draw that?
I don't know. Maybe it's too much work.
Oh no, I actually have that started.
Yeah, let's play around with that a little.
I'm trying to
But
remember.
yeah, Seth likes the idea of once we get this going, we could have little stills that you could send them and or maybe even sign.
Yes. Yes. That is right.
Is my pitch? I don't think it's up at Pink's at La Brea. I got to tell you, Jeff, I think that place is pretty overrated with a long, long line. This is humiliating. This could be a story. Well, one of the stories I want to illustrate is the time I went to Mulberry Street Pizza in I forget what street, Cannon Drive or Bed, and they have the Wall of Fame of people from The Sopranos, Al Pacino, Joe Pesci. So I come in, and the guy who's the delivery guy goes, "Oh my God, I love you in Dumb and Dumber. Why don't you sign the Wall of Fame?"
Right.
Really? Oh, I guess. And I go, I guess I don't know if I rate with all these people, all these people from Goodfellas. So I sign it. I think I probably wrote something with no self-esteem, like, can't believe, and I come in the next day and his head is down. I mean, a week later, you started something called Stoller Gate, where they made me paint over it. The boss yelled at me, who told you to have that crap there? He doesn't deserve. So it's like a still story about unsolicited rejection. I didn't ask to be on the Wall of Fame, and then I get humiliated.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if my face is up. My face is up at Pink's or anyway. It used to be, but then I got bumped. There's a place, Dylan's Candy in the Grove, a farmer's market, and they have these celebrities put stuff in, like, put your favorite candy. Mel Gibson is up there, and but now I'm long gone. They took it away. Get this crap out. Put room for bigger people. David Schwimmer. So, oh my God, it's a blank page. Wood did the right thing. He's busted. He's not really drawing this.
It's
He
weird.
wanted
It's like,
evidence.
you move it, and now I can't do it.
Now he can't do it.
This is bad. It's I actually can't find at this time. I'm trying to look for that thing, but I could draw something.
Yeah, let's see if you could draw something.
Let's see.
Yeah, they have Lorraine Brown. The original owner of this place was Kathy Moriarty from. Now my brain is going.
There's that new camera angle.
From what's that movie called?
There we go. Let's try. Let's see. Am I on in the screen here? Okay.
Kathy Moriarty from what movie was it?
Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. We can do this.
Is it the Cat in the Hat? Casper.
Casper, the friendly ghost.
I guess Kathy Moriarty was in that. When we had Jerry Beck, I should ask, what was Casper under? Warner Brothers or?
I think it's that weird like it's like some weird letters like AP something.
Like Popeye?
Yeah, it's like that weird company that like took. That'd be a great question for him. Like, what was all that about? Yeah, it was funny. He knew about the Super Six. It's just like some weird obscure.
Oh, Jerry Beck knows everything.
Yeah,
he's a professor of animation.
it was really great to like. What's cool about like knowing a lot of the history? It's like it really gives you a broad understanding of how it all like fits historically.
Yeah,
It's
like he
like
said, during this era, there was that bad age of animation. I forgot when it was, the 70s.
yeah.
And then he goes, then it picked up again. Hey, Chris, with Aykroyd and Belushi. She was in that? That's right. But she was co-owner of Mulberry Street Pizza. So they had all the people from The Sopranos on the Wall of Fame. But that's a thing. When we do this story about the Wall of Fame, then we could have stills of the real place. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Oh, now this question would ask makes no sense.
What?
He said UCB is an improv group. Cody doesn't do improvs.
You see
Harvey Comics. That was with Little Lotta. Yes.
Richie Rich.
Rishy Lish. Harvey was Casper. It's Harvey. Thank you, Gary. There was Little Lotta or something. Or Big
Yeah, it's like
Lotta.
like big one or the little one or the. There's all sorts of ones.
What's that? Me at a 4th of July party?
Yes. Something you can post on 4th of July. How do you think? What do you think?
I like it.
You have a little drum.
Little Lulu, it's called. That's right.
Oh yeah, little Lulu.
Right. What? There was something Lotta, Little Lotta.
There was a. It was a Loda. I think it was like this bigger character, right? Kind of a round, like. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
I can't remember. I seen it.
When I was on Norm's podcast, he called olive oil a skinny bitch, and I said, "Do you know who Big Ethel was?"
Me?
Yeah,
No, is it like a cartoon or?
that was this Archie character always chasing Jughead.
Oh, I always thought it was like yeah, no, maybe I should know that.
Yeah, I think I told you. When I thought his name was Jugglehead.
Yeah. I like that.
The Harveys, yes.
Harvey.
It was. I
comic.
liked
Yeah.
Peter Potamus was a. No, that was probably.
Warner Bros.
What's the top? No, top. Yeah, what's that top? What Top Hat, Top Cat,
Oh, that's Hanna-Barbera.
and McGilla-Gorilla?
Yeah, that's the guys from Tom and Jerry.
Who was Mr. Peebles? Was he famous? Oh,
You mean Peabody?
Yeah. Remember Officer McBragg?
Oh yeah. That's the same people who did Underdog,
Yes.
and that was another weird company. Again, the names I can't right now.
Who did? It's so weird. They would do Mr. Magoo. They wouldn't do that now because he would be disabled. Now, Jeff, how and where did you meet Fred Willard? Richie Rich was Harvey, yes. Casper. Let's see what Jeff Richards has to say.
Oh, is he dropped in? I didn't see the
Let's see.
people.
Baby Huey. Wendy the Good Little Witch. Now I remember.
Nice.
Yes. It's Baby Huey.
Baby Huey.
Oh, I love that. What's that stuff called again? Harvey's.
Harvey Comics.
Underdog was the superhero dog, yes. It's underwear. There's no need to fear. Underdog is here.
Underwear is here.
Yes, that was Wally Cox, I assume.
No need to fear. Underdog is here.
Who did
Oh, we got somebody on. We
all
got
right.
Fred
Fred?
Stoller. We have a Fred Stoller. That's
Oh, let's see what Fred has to say.
1 second. Here we go. Here we go. Boom.
Hey Fred, what do you think of the picture of you?
First, I get slammed with questions. I come in the room and it's no, it's no hi, how are you? It's basically just look at this, answer this. What am I at DMV or something? I mean,
Oh, so did you like the angle where you get to see Cody drawing? And wait, if you're drawing, why is the picture frozen? I feel like my mother. Could you make it sharper? So does Jeff Ross do anything else besides why don't you tell your face? We were trying to ask.
well, he roasts people. He roasts. I like to do it when I'm doing an impression of Jeff Ross. I like to pretend that I'm roasting, inanimate objects, like, oh, look at that glass of iced tea, your brown color. What are you, mud? What are you from Mississippi or something? But yeah, or if I see a suitcase, somebody will go, oh, is the suitcase having a good time? Well, why don't you tell its face? But it's not that it's disrespectful to suitcases. It's more so just a commentary on faces, really.
Right. Well, Fred, you seem like not the type that would roast people. Do you feel guilty?
Yeah, I feel guilty. I feel, nostalgic because, my days on the East Coast as a child, I would do, I would do anything for a piece of cake or a piece of pizza or just even a candy apple would hit the spot. But
D- Don't you
I
break your
can.
teeth? You
What's
bet
that?
you break your teeth in candy apples.
Yeah, you break your ass when you play softball. I mean, you got to stay in shape. But yeah, I mean, you can break a nail, if you have long nails, whether you're a guy or girl, it's possible to break a nail, so you know um I just think it's it's important to be mindful of all types of pizza or cookies, I dare I even say brownies. They're a little too rich for me. I can eat, if I get a brownie, I'll eat like half a brownie. Not
Right.
the
It's a little too
whole
rich.
brownie. It's
And
just
sorry.
too rich.
Now, this may sound like a strange question, but I heard Jimmy Fallon went to a cemetery, and what do you think he thought of it?
Oh, wow. I'm in a cemetery. It's the coolest thing in the world, man. I can't believe it. It's so cool to be in a cemetery. All these dead bodies, like all these different types of dead bodies. I couldn't believe it. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
fantastic. It's fantastic. It's incredible.
It was just what is it crazy you're walking over dead bodies and bones when you think of
Oh
it?
no! Oh no! It's totally cool. It's sponsored by Peacock. There's people all over. It's totally licensed by TV. It's okay.
I
Yeah,
see.
yeah.
So it was it the coolest thing ever.
Oh my god! Incredible! It's the coolest thing in the world. It's like surfing. So it's like surfing. Like it's incredible. I mean, it's fantastic. I can't believe it. You know what I mean?
You know, I gotta say, I think a great idea. I don't want to like peak anything before like the kids say it drops, but I think a great idea is a recurring bit of Jimmy Fallon in different places being amazed, like 7-Eleven. It's open all night long, and they have all kinds of things, and you drink.
like you going to different places as Jimmy Fallon and being amazed is a
Yeah,
great
but
idea.
I don't want to piss anyone off. I'm just trying to do an impression of somebody, but I don't want to, I don't want to start. I'm a thrill seeker like you, a thrill seeker. So if I'm trying to,
You may get him mad.
you don't want to get him mad because he likes to, this. He likes to do this, and anybody that likes to do this, they just, kind of unpredictable,
But
just
okay, you don't want to get him mad, but what would Jimmy Fallon think about lottery tickets?
oh, it's the coolest thing, man. I can't believe it. I have a 1 in 1 billion chance of winning this. And that's like the most amazing thing in the world. I can't believe how cool that is.
And you
Incredible.
scratch it, and you're not sure what'll happen.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's like you take a lottery ticket, and then you hold it in your hand. Like a lot of times, at first I got tricked, when I first had a lottery ticket. I put it in my hand. I try to scratch it. I try to scratch it off in my hand, which is not enough. It's not enough of a hard surface,
Oh, Cody, I think you need one of my cats um, playing along. Now, was that? I was backstage with Norm when I opened for him. I had to drive. He didn't drive, so we were in Manhattan, and I had to rent a car, and we drove up to the casino in Connecticut. I forgot what it's called. Big place. And I was backstage when when Jimmy Fallon tousled his hair. So Norm sees Trump. We see him. I miss Trump, and it's funny because Norm never cared about selfies. He never posted anything. Mr. Trump, can I get a picture with you? That's my Norm Asian guy or my mother. It's all the same voice. Hey, Mr. Trump, and can I get a photo with you? And Trump goes 5 minutes, and then he left. So hey, what the hell? He said he was going to do a picture. Is that the one, Al? When his last appearance. Chris wants to know, can you do John Lovitz? Foxwoods. That's where I was. Oh, I hated it.
I'm John Lovitz. One time I talked to him. He was in a hotel room. I was doing a gig with him out in Michigan, Flint, Michigan, and he called my room and he goes, "Is this Jeff Richards?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "We're in Flint, Michigan." First he goes, "We used to be on Saturday Night Live. Now we're in Flint, Michigan."
I remember when I worked with Norm in Buckhead, Georgia, Atlanta, and he goes, I was watching Uncle Dirty. I know I was when he first started. Do you know what guy Uncle Dirty, a local hero from New York, Jeff or Fred? You never heard of Uncle Dirty?
It's just what's he was in New York or something. You said he
Yeah,
was in New York. No, I
yeah.
don't think I've ever heard of him before. Is he?
He was a guy that peaked for a while, and one time George Carlin was on prior on the Tonight Show. Who's the funniest guy? And he went Uncle Dirty, or who'd you influenced you? And they were doing some crappy place upstate New York. And it was, yeah, here he is. They're talking about him, and he's in a hotel room. Like, so then Norm goes, look where we are. We're on the road, walking around a mall. Like it never ends. Like you're back where you started.
Yeah, especially if because I like to go to the Grove, and it's the same thing. It's a loop. It's like one big loop, but it doesn't.
Yes.
But it doesn't loop. It it
That's
it,
something I would say.
it's supposed to loop, but it tricks you. It goes around the corner, but it doesn't loop. So yeah, it's I like my loops to be fully looped, but
Well, it
um
is actually the Americana I don't like. It's not a full loop. Uh,
I don't like the Americana. Actually, I took Cody to. This sounds like me doing you doing me. We met at the cheesecake on Brand. It was too long a wait. What are we doing? So we walked down to Damon's Steakhouse, and you get a little. It gets a little silly with the Hawaiian tiki. But Cody, you like tiki stuff, so you liked it. Oh,
Oh, I love.
I like Jeff Richards.
Wait,
He's
wait.
playing the flute here.
Oh.
That's good. It's better than the. That makes. I'm doing the Jeff. I'm doing Jeff doing me. That's
Yeah, but it's there's nothing. My friend Two Crows, I don't know if he's watching, but my friend Two Crows lost my sweatshirt, and we were filming a music video for Jeff, and the music video for the Ditto Kiddo, and I said, "Can you watch my sweatshirt?" He said, "Yeah." I don't know if he verbally said yeah, but he agreed to hold it as I gave it to him.
who's this?
This is my friend Two Crows, who was helping me film a music video. But he I don't know what he did with my sweatshirt, but it's missing, and my Comedy Cellar sweatshirt. But he said, "Oh, I remember I put it on a ladder." He said he just told me where he put it, but then he he just he just he left it on a ladder, but he knew where he left it, so I don't know how I should take that, if he's purposefully losing it, or maybe he just forgot, or maybe he went and got a piece of pizza.
Now, why do you laugh when you say piece of pizza?
Because it's funny, the idea of a slice of pizza.
What's funny about us?
Because it's a triangle, it's a triangle. I remember I went into a pizza place once, and he says, "What would you like?" I said, "I'll try like triangle, a piece of pizza, a piece of pizza." You know, he just I said, "Oh, because triangles are funny, like Doritos, they're hilarious because of Jay Leno, and he made them funny again." Make Doritos funny again. Jay Leno did. That was years ago. But you know, um anyways, if Two Crows is watching right now, listen, no hard feelings, but where's my sweatshirt? Am I supposed to just forget about it? I mean, I've already texted the owner, he didn't get back to me. This is like what happens. I go, "We'll have you back." Like your book, it's "We'll have you back." And no, you won't. You're lying to me. I wish I would have called out every club owner at the time that they said they were going to book me again, and just say, "You're a lying piece of S."
there's there's one comedian, I think his name is Larry Bubbles Brown. He says, I've done a lot of comedy clubs once. And that's what would happen with me. Like, oh, they picked me up at Indianapolis. We're so glad you're here. And then towards the end of the week, they switched me with the middle. They had me do less. When I used to do the road, I used to love when they go, Fred, we have bad news. You're only gonna could you only do 25? And I'd be so happy. I'd be happy when they said shows are canceled, but they go, we got bad news. You're only
Yeah,
doing
it's like the worst news to them is the best news to us. Like the
exactly.
the club is on fire. We can't go back into the club. It's the whole thing's on caught flames. And that would be great, because I wouldn't have to go down there and do the
No,
show.
I used to like take jobs to fill up my calendar. I enjoyed it. Then immediately hope they got canceled or hope something came up, so I didn't have to do it. Oh, now Scarlett is directing like wood. Can you move the canvas? I can't really see what you're drawing. You can see it. No, you see it on the thing. Right, Fred?
Yeah, I see it, and it's the biggest square on the chart. The biggest square, and it's all red, and
Does
it
that get
looks
you
like
dizzy?
Not so much because I've already done my walk and I'm more stable on my legs. The most important thing is to have your legs be strong. That's your core, is your legs, your thighs and your calves. I imagine, Fred, I've never seen your calves, but I imagine they're to be desired.
I don't know, but I'm
Yeah, great
trying.
great answer. No, but I like the Reds. It's good. It's patriotic, and I like that. But it looks like I'm. I don't know what. Am I smoking something, or is that a
No, you're playing the flute.
oh, playing with? I'm playing with food.
No, the flute.
What kind of flute? That's a joke. That's a joke would never go over today.
You know,
What kind of
so,
flute?
so Fred, what do you think about Andrew What is his name? Santiago? What is that? The
Yeah,
redheaded guy?
I don't comment on comedians because, my life is completely different than it used to be. I used to drive all the way to Santa Monica for in a commercial audition, and then I would come back from Santa Monica and I would have to deal with the traffic. And then I also had at one point in my life I had many cats and I didn't let anyone in my house because I had too many cats to show to the public. So yeah, this I don't know. I'm just a guy, and who's the is that Cody supposed to be the cat? Who's the cat? I know who's the
I
cat.
think it's probably one of my cats, like Luna or
Oh,
Chloe.
one of your cat. Why only one is represented? The other cats are probably jealous or something.
Now, you think it's funny a cat being jealous, or is that a nervous laugh?
I don't know. It's nervous because I'm never really ever comfortable in my surroundings. It's
Right.
sad to say, ever since I got the shower caddy and I had to, leave it in the hallway, it was sort of the unraveling of my comfort
Greg.
zone.
Now, Greg is here. Can you do Ben? Say hi to Greg as Ben.
Oh, in here, man. I'm gonna get a hand job from Morgan, man. Oh, in here, man. I'm gonna get a hand job from flight attendant. Meow, meow, meow.
uh, he's kid from Spain. Do you know much about what's his name? I can't think of the guy's name. Who kid from Spain is? I forgot his name.
Oh, the soccer player?
Yes. Now, can you do Alec Baldwin?
Hello, I'm Alec Baldwin. Very special day. I'm very excited about today. We're talking about the art. We're talking about the art. We're talking about art. We're talking about the piano. I love the piano. What a beautiful instrument. All those keys.
No, who is kid from Spain? I can't think of who he likes. I can't think of names anymore. Greg, tell me you're here. I have a good story about that. So, like, when I was a kid, when I was 40, which seems like when I was a kid, I saw. I saw this off Broadway play that was pretty bad. So this, as they say now, mentally challenged woman was with her mother. In the middle of the play, she screamed out, "I don't understand why I'm here." And that's what I want to scream out everywhere I am.
Yeah, but your hair screams that, Your hair says it all, Look at my
Right.
hair. Look at this hair. But this is cool, this is how you're supposed to wear your hair nowadays. You don't cut it. You just let it just fall, And yeah, I mean, you know.
What I like about the pictures is a cat as a human and a cat as a cat. Remember the old Goofy and Pluto? Like one was a dog as a person,
and one was a dog. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that's evolution. That's the pie chart. That's geography. That's the terrain, the raised plateaus when you're looking for water and there's nowhere to get it. You're stuck. You're stuck in the middle of a convenience store and your life is on hold because you're on hold with some cable company.
I like when there's a lull, you just do a laugh.
Yeah, it's a story of my life. Everyone's always laughing at me. You know, I wondered why at first. I took it personal when they say you're loony. They would say you're loony. I said you're lazy, and they'd say that's not as good. But yeah, I don't know.
So when
Yeah.
is when is the Fred versus Fred podcast episode going to be on?
That's gonna be on. We're gonna do that one on well, we got a show on Tuesday. That's tomorrow. Wait, what's today? Tomorrow.
Sunday.
Today's Sunday. So tomorrow, so Tuesday, this coming Tuesday will be a show, and then 2 weeks from then will be the Fred versus Fred. So 2 weeks from Tuesday.
So
And
this is a good one to model our thing, Cody, after Big Fred's.
Yeah.
That's what we'll call you because you're a little bigger than me, this Fred. But so twice a month you put something out.
twice a month I put a podcast out, and the other weeks I try to come up with other videos. A cookie. They might film a cookie or a piece of pizza. But yeah, I might do just like the Jimmy Fallon in a cemetery, or David Attenborough at a massage parlor.
What does
You
David
know.
Attenborough say at a massage parlor?
Oh, doesn't that say it all? No, he would say like, oh, the person there would say, "Oh, have you been here before?" And he would say, "Oh, I'm David Attenborough."
He sounds like a seal.
But in some ways he is a seal because you mean the singer Seal?
No, like
Oh,
seal
Seal, yeah.
sounds like it's like my cat gagging before it throws up.
Yeah, well, maybe you should be a little kinder to your cat. It sounds like. And by the way, what are you feeding it so that he's throwing up all the time? What are you giving your cat? What are you feeding it?
um, Fancy feast. I tried to give it healthier stuff, but they won't. They struck. So now, speaking of cats, right now, Cody, this might be a humorous one of our segments for you to illustrate.
Right.
Tell me what you think, okay? And Big Fred, what you think?
Yeah.
Okay, so Mitchell, my first cat who passed away, he was big, not huge, but a big cat. So I took him to the vet and I said, people say my cat's overweight. Is he healthy? And it's not politically correct to say, but she was a little overweight, the vet. She said, he's fine. I went, okay. A year later, I come back with the cat. In the year, the vet lost a lot of weight, and she goes, "Your cat's too fat. It's not healthy." So yes, it's not laugh out loud, but it's called perspective. Like when the vet was heavy, the cat was fine. Once the vet lost weight, cat shouldn't be heavy.
Yeah.
Come on, that's sort of interesting.
That's good.
Thing, only if your vet is a cat, because, but your vet, it's just a person, right?
Yes, my vet is a person, not a cat.
Yeah, because you said earlier one of these cats, according to the drawing, one of them is a person and one of them is a cat. Although I would argue the cat on the bottom looks more like a raccoon, yeah, every time you draw me, it's like you're drawing Robert Mitchum. I don't know why. And then Fred looks like he's on Mad Magazine. That guy,
Alfred E. Newman.
the guy, the Mad Magazine guy, and yeah.
Well, as long as you don't get mad, people get mad when they don't like how they look. Oh, he did get mad. I think he left.
Oh, he left. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh no.
No, I didn't leave. I'm back here.
Oh,
I'm just, I'm looking at my hair, and
It's you dye it like Kato Kalin. You remind me of Kato a lot.
okay.
No,
Kato Kalin, I like Kato. He's great. He's very excited about everything, because I get nervous if someone comes up to me and they go, "Listen, I'm going to get you a burrito supreme." I say, "Well, what are you going to put in it?" Yeah, yeah, okay. But
wow. So does Kato get his?
I feel like this is a prank in a way. I just feel like, everybody says you're stream. I don't see numbers. I don't see how many people are watching. It just one stream. What if this is just a stream of consciousness, not even on the internet? How would I know? I'm just some putz in Rhode Island trying to Great Plains, New York, trying to get my life together, and I'm trying to I'm trying to figure out, is this a joke? Or are you making up things on me? Is it real? Because I
Well,
got
no.
stories too,
I think yeah, you could go when you want. I think I told you, I hate these people that say, do my podcast. We have 10,000 subscribers. Then you see on YouTube, it got 2 views. Or they go, I've done this rant before. You could plug anything you want. Oh, really? That's like saying, meet me at the farmer's market and we'll talk, and you could plug anything you want. Just talk loud to the people around you. So no, I hate these people. They go, we've got 10,000 subscribers and 800,000 people in our archives, and
yeah.
no one listens. So I'm not pretending. Right now we got Wood and Jeff Crone and Scarlett and
But
Gary and Raphael. So there's a few
these
people.
these also are, this is a stream, but it's being recorded and then goes on to the internet on the YouTube, right?
Yes.
yes.
So it's not. Cody even vouched for that. That's the first I've heard of Cody in a while. So he must he must be serious. Anybody who's gonna draw a cat as a human and a cat as a raccoon is probably somebody that means business. So I
Oh,
respect.
Cody gets serious.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I don't want him to get too serious. I noticed you got some sort of wristband, or looks like what. Oh, uh, it's got different parts to it. It's kind of sleek. Is it by design or is it by design?
Both.
I got something in my ears, Fred. I don't know what it is. I got something in my ears. I think it looks like that little raccoon cat in my ears, and it feels like it
Right.
looks like that. So, and
uh,
Cody having breathing problems. What just happened? No, but
someone just left the most flattering comment for Cody. Raphael says, Cody is a pro, it seems. It seems.
Yeah,
that's the part. It seems. This is Cody's probably what, 20 years old. This is how people they have the end of what they say is kind of like difficult.
Right.
Did somebody fart?
No, I'm just like snorting at the laugh. You could
Why?
Why do you laugh at the demented way, Fred?
because I'm just trying to get rid of it. It's like when somebody's like a hose. Like you ever put an attachment onto a hose, like to squeeze it and have water come out. But when I do it, when I laugh, that's like the water coming out. And when you squeeze me, I laugh, or just because it's just almost too ridiculous not to laugh. It's so weird and so dumb. It's so stupid. It's so obviously stupid that you have to laugh at it. It's so
Right.
stupid that I'm so dumb that I'm stupid that I gotta laugh at myself.
Wow.
It's almost too ridiculous. It is too ridiculous.
Yeah, so I get a feeling on Sundays I'm taking you away. You like The Bachelor? Do you watch all the shows?
No, I like to watch these videos where the guy goes into different communities and he kind of lives in the different communities. Um,
Anthony Bourdain? No.
no, it's not Anthony Bourdain. It's a guy that just goes from like town to town and he gets in with the people of the town. And then he says, let's go visit the creek. And then they go to the creek. And then and he gets to know the people in the town. So I don't
Hmm.
know why he does that, but he likes to travel around the United States and he goes to these different towns. And it's like Cody. It's like she's got the hat on. It's. He's looking at me like mischievous, like he just did something. But the only thing he did was he drew a raccoon instead of a cat, and the world went nuts. So but yeah, yep,
You
yeah.
sound like Rain Man sometimes.
You sound like Rain Man sometimes.
Well, we're similar, I guess.
No, Dustin Hoffman talks like this. He talks like this. He looks at you like this. There was a long hallway. We tried to open the different doors. We tried to open the doors. We tried to open the different doors. None of the doors would open. Not even the band, the doors would open. This is find you very attractive. Very, very attractive. Very attractive.
Yes.
Very attractive. I find you to be a very interesting woman. I find you to be very attractive.
um, you are a genius. You have great observations about cats and raccoons.
Yes.
Yeah, you look like a young, vibrant, active drum player, and I look like Walter Matthau or something.
If
I
he was
look like
short.
like a short and stout Walter Matthau. And I see, Cody, that you wrote strong legs
Oh yes.
on there, which you're not even really pointing to the leg part that I was talking about. It would have been more accurate if you'd pointed to more at the which technically the bottom part of the leg is part of the legs, but when they talk about virality, they're talking about the thigh area.
Thigh. Okay, now he's making it specific.
Cody,
Well,
where do you live?
Ohio, Bowling Green.
Oh, geez, that's great. You love Bowling Green, and what does it mean when they say Bowling Green? Is that some sort of a put down or some sort of a who are they targeting on the Bowling Green? What are you Bowling Green? Like you bowl when you have to throw up or something? What is it?
That's better than Jeff Ross.
That is good.
You should write for Jeff Ross when he performs in Ohio,
You having a
when he
good time?
roasts them.
Why don't you tell your face,
Now that sounds like Walter Matthau.
Ross? What's going on, everybody? Having a good time? Why don't you tell your face?
Hmm.
we've been doing that face joke, Fred, for at least a few years,
Yes.
and talking about Jeff Ross, because every now and Jeff Ross would always have he would almost dress like Arsenio Hall did in the '90s. He would you see Jeff Ross, he would wear like a purple leather jacket with a big yellow moniker or something, and you just go, that doesn't look right. But he wore it. I don't want to say wore it well, but he did wear it. He didn't lose the jacket. He didn't leave it anywhere. I put it on a ladder. That's another reference for Two Crows if he's watching, because it just breaks my heart when I lose a sweatshirt. It's so hard to finally land on a sweatshirt that I like.
Oh my God. Well, you got any work in Ohio? You could meet Cody if you work there.
Yeah, I don't have anything in Ohio yet. You know, um, but maybe if you're ever by the Grove in LA, we could get a piece of pizza,
Oh
uh,
yeah, that sounds good.
some Chinese food. Maybe we could, the hot and sours, they give you a lot. We could split it, and you can get a lemonade and then two straws. Yeah, I'm not trying to set this up as a date, but I wouldn't mind. I always say
That's
cuddling. There's nothing wrong with cuddling an older man like myself. Had to break up the tension with a laugh.
um yeah, I may want to get some pizza in a little bit. So
Mhm.
Cody, is it going to be a lot of work to do those edits for the thing?
Oh, I think I can get those done for you soon.
I'm so excited to get it going.
I'm
Oh,
so excited that I just can't hide it. I know, I know, I know, I know. Get rid of the shower caddy.
we got another guest.
Oh, let's see.
You want me to put him on, Eddie?
Yes.
Here we go.
Jose Rizzo's Jazz on the Landside All Stars. Yeah. So let's talk a little bit
How do you
about
know that's EC?
Do you know Eddie Can't?
Is there a period that you're trying to go after?
Hey, Eddie
Oh, hey.
Cantor.
Drummers. It's really
Hey, Greg. Do you remember
Hi,
Jeff?
Fred.
Do you remember Jeff?
Yeah, hey Jeff, how are you?
How's it going? How's it going? Good to see you.
Good to see. Oh no! All right, hold on. Come here a sec.
The center of it, or let's say the force of it is.
Hey, B. Do you
Look
remember me?
Freddie. Say hi. Oh, I know.
I
She's
make them cry.
okay. I gotta go find her dolly.
Okay. Well, that was a great appearance. Thank you.
Okay, say bye. Say goodnight to Fred. Say
That
goodnight.
What'd you say, Fred Jr.?
All right.
You remind me of my last agent when I tried to get her to take my phone call. I said, "Can I get more auditions?" She just started to cry. Yeah.
A true story. When my first agent with William Morris, they had a personal appearance. And I said, I don't, you're not getting me any work. He goes, it's not like anyone's knocking on your door. That's what he said to me, an
Yeah, it's like,
agent.
so what do we do? We both wait in my apartment for someone to knock on the door, and then I give you 10%. Yeah, that's but it's a hard business. It was a hard business for years, and it continues to be difficult. And if you don't know how to get followers or even friends in general, then you're not going to be able to succeed in the business. I've been doing a seminar lately. I've been doing a public seminar. And,
Puppet seminar?
public seminar. I've been doing a public seminar. I've been out. I go out in the park and I set up a sign. And I say, it's Fred, and if you got any questions, I'll tell you about my Seinfeld year. And then I go into. I've got my books, and you know, yeah, people show up or they don't show up, but it's I'm just trying to help out the community.
Help the community. What are you talking about?
I just want to be able to inform people. Let people know. I'm tired of people going into bookstores and just looking at the books and flipping through the books, and then they never buy anything, and they never even read anything. It's like it's like those old Victoria's Secret catalogs. You just can't get too attached to them. But it was hard because they're so good. Those early.
Now, can I ask the people watching, do I sound like this? Let's see what the comments are. Now, Jeff, where were you? Are you in Georgia? I forgot.
I'm in
Jeff-
Portland, Oregon.
No, I'm sorry. There's Jeff Crone, who I thought used to live here and is in Georgia. This bad comedian used to do his impression of Ray Charles. He would try to sit at the piano and fall and go, Georgia, why'd you move the piano, Georgia?
That was a good one.
I mean,
it's almost too ridiculous, isn't it? It's so weird. It's so stupid. It's so dumb, stupid, weird. I don't like it. It's just almost too ridiculous to make any sense. That's why it's so funny.
Well, I guess I shouldn't ask, do I sound like that? Because I kind of have enough confidence that I'm going, I don't know. Maybe I do.
Parts of me sound like parts of you, and vice versa. The more you hang out with someone, the more you adapt to their personality, the more that you achieve a certain consciousness that wasn't primarily part of your normal life. So we both kind of connected with that. We like a piece of pizza, and then we'd like a cookie or a cookie. This kind of thing like this and stuff like this. You know what I mean? Like this kind of stuff.
Wow, that looks like a spider web in the sky.
It does. It's not. That's
How long do these podcasts?
We could end it any time. We should wrap it up because I actually do want to get pizza. What?
I was just gonna say.
Greg.
Wait, why am I here?
That I don't know any longer. Oh, just one question. So we had the people. First of all, Jeff Crone says Chicago's Greg Pritikin. Jeff, where do you know Greg from?
I think one time I think that we met in Grove. I think that I got a piece of pizza, and you think you were playing the flute, and I don't. I just found a suitcase I didn't know was mine, and it had all these different things in it, and I'm still going through it. But yeah.
This is how he thinks I talk.
Oh, now you're coming at me like I'm just No, I'm just trying to talk the way I talk. I'm Fred Stoller. I like a piece of pizza.
So Greg, Jeff Crone knows who you are, and so earlier in this, whatever this is, for the people watching, they gave great notes about the thing I showed. So we're going to have some zooms and some picking up the editing and stuff. But in general, didn't you think it was good?
Yeah, I think it could just be tighter, like less space between the you and the characters talking.
Do you understand that, Cody?
Yeah. Like the breaks, like where he stops talking, and it's like seems kind of like okay.
Yeah.
A little slushy in that area.
A little too much air in there.
Yeah.
It'll move quicker if you close up those gaps.
Cool.
Yes.
Yeah, that'll be easy to do. I can go in there and.
Well, Greg,
Like, yeah, make it more tighter.
well, we're getting professional advice because Greg is in the process right now of editing a feature film he shot and gave me a little part. So thank
Cool.
you. And I didn't know about this tragedy in where we shot in Boulder. What happened?
Yeah, right on the street we lived on, Fred. Right on Pearl
Wow.
Street.
What did a guy walk around slashing people with a knife?
No, he had a homemade flamethrower.
Get out of here.
Oh my.
Are you kidding?
No, I'm serious. I'm serious.
And I know what the Republicans, I don't mean Republicans, I'm just kidding, like Big Fred will say, "Ooh, now they want to ban flamethrowers, you see? It's not guns." Right? Don't they always say things like that? Like,
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like the guy's a real thrill seeker, and I'm just like a chopped liver thrill seeker, you know?
Oh my God. Yeah,
But-
it's a terrible thing. But I'd rather talk about your cartoon than
no,
know,
no, that's
violence.
Yes, but yeah, well, that's very helpful because we came and I know he's from Chicago. I used to shoot commercials in around Chicago and Naperville back in the late '90s.
Well,
So
I
you
was
were-
in Chicago in the late '90s.
So you were a guy people knew in Chicago?
No, I mean, not professionally, but maybe through the social scene. I don't know. Maybe we belong to the same country club. Kidding.
What is Naperville?
Naperville is a far west suburb, way far west. But I did in the late '90s in Chicago. I made my first movie.
Totally confused?
Yes.
Oh, so that was before I thought I was going to call it Brody, Dummy.
Yeah, it was before Dummy. Yeah.
Wow. So we had a great time in Boulder. Have you been to Boulder, Big Fred, who left?
No, but I know what a boulder is. I'm not, and you know, I know what they. I try to stay away from the boulders because they'll land on your head, and I don't want to get hurt. But I've been to Denver at the airport, and I've been to I've been to Sausalito. I forgot where that was.
So Greg is in the mode of like feeling pacing by just living with your movie. So
well, you saw a few scenes,
and I liked it a lot. Yes, that was the movie, Cody. I was telling you about in
right
in with Ileana Douglas and now whenever I like say a thing where I talk, I feel like
Mork and Mindy.
Jeff doing me, right. Mork and Mindy. Now you got to see the Mork and Mindy house.
Yeah. Now, and we're very close friends with the man who directed like half the Mork and Mindy episodes, Howard Storm.
Yes. Oh, Greg, I have an idea for this stream or in general. Now that I have you, so we're friends with Ronnie Shell, from the original Gomer Pyle. So tell me what you think of this idea, Greg. I'm serious.
Okay.
So we people have to like not bet, but like go, Ronnie, have you ever met Betty Davis? And they have to say yes or no. Has Ronnie met her? Because I'd always go, Ronnie, have you ever met Robert Mitchum? Would that be fun? Like, and we freeze it. And has Ronnie ever met Betty Davis? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Maybe Cody can come up with a concept cartoon for your show, because right now it just sounds like you're asking Ronnie Shell who he's met.
Right. Well, he would always say things like, "Who do you know that's work with bigger singers than me?" Like he loves count.
By the way, who's in here watching?
Not a lot of people, but in the high two, in the low two digits. Isn't that little tiny little teacup empty? Who has the teacup?
No, I was having a after dinner espresso, and yes, it is now empty, Raphael.
Right. So, but actually, even though this seems pretty inane, they gave some. We had some one guy, Ed the sound man, who he gave good things about staying on and zooming and the thing you saw. So we got some good feedback, right, Cody?
Yes. Yep.
So
I took
no,
some notes. We had some. Yes.
so Jeff and Greg, I can't go with Ben. We went to Taylor's Steakhouse and
When
he
did you
almost
go?
got us kicked out a few
Oh
weeks
God,
ago,
yeah.
where he was drunk and
So
screaming and
is everybody on here? Is this like your friends, or are there like strangers who checked in to see something entertaining?
well, some of them like Scarlett and Jeff Crone, God bless them, they stick with this no matter what it is.
Jeff,
Usually they enjoyed the creative process, like
Jeff, it looks
uh
like you. It looks like Jeff brushed his hair with a cat.
No, it's actually I brushed it with the raccoon that Cody drew. He drew a raccoon instead of a cat. As you can see it, it's giving it. He's giving it side eye.
Yeah.
he thinks I laugh
So
like that.
speaking of you want to well, never mind. I don't want to.
Now tell me.
I just it feels absurd that we're having a conversation in front of like 5 people,
Yes.
and whatever we say is going to be a letdown because this is already the least interesting thing I've ever watched. But getting back to Mork and Mindy and Good Impressionists, I somebody sent me a YouTube short, like a short film of an actor who does a really great Robin Williams, and it was like a very kind of surreal short film of between Robin Williams and Pam Dauber in the backstage of Mork and Mindy before they shot the pilot, and it was
Wow.
all fiction. It was kind of like a
Well,
short
send me the link.
and I'll send the link. And this guy was really a really fantastic actor and impressionist. And for the movie, we needed somebody to do Dick Cavett. So we traced this guy down and called him and asked him if he could do Dick Cavett. And he looks a little bit like Dick Cavett. So we hired him. We flew him in, and he did Dick Cavett for a day in the same movie that Fred is in.
Wow.
And
His name is Jamie Costa. So if all of your fans out there want to look him up, he's a very talented guy. And look up Jamie Costa, Mork and Mindy on YouTube, and you'll see a pretty remarkable scene.
Well, I got a connection between us and Mork and Mindy, Greg, that's going to be fascinating to none of these people.
Okay, can't wait to hear it.
So in Mork and Mindy, there was a character actor named Conrad Bain. No, Conrad. There was a guy who was in Mork and Mindy, not the guy from Different Strokes, but who was in George Siegel, our deceased great friend's band. He did banjo stuff.
Who are you talking about?
There was the bald guy in Mork and Mindy played in George Siegel's like ragtag or whatever it was called, Good Time Band with the banjo.
Yeah. Who is the guy though?
He was the bald guy in Mork and Mindy. Jeff left. I don't blame him.
You don't mean Jonathan Winters.
No, Mindy's dad, Raphael.
Mindy's dad. Raphael knows everything.
He was a bald character actor. Not Conrad Bain, but he was. Do you remember George? Now, when we knew George, was he still doing his banjo and stuff? Like
he was still playing. I went to see him play a couple times.
Yes, he loved. It's sort of like how Woody Allen would play in.
He did a tour in Montana, actually.
Conrad Baines is the actor. Wait,
Conrad Baines was not in Siegel's band.
In Mork and Mindy, I thought he was.
Was he in Mork
Not
and
Conrad,
Mindy?
not the guy from Different Strokes.
And
There was
Maud.
Yes, there was a different something. Someone, if they could look it up, was in George's band. Let's see if Wood knows. But usually, I know this seems moronic, but people like watching the creative process. right now he's just doing Jeff and me and the 4th of July. When we work on these, the thing you saw with people just watching the creative process. But I just thought if you wanted to say hi and that I've been watching. I watched a Betty Davis movie and I became fascinated.
Which
Did
one?
Ronnie Shell or anyone we know ever meet Betty Davis?
What was the Betty Davis movie?
Not The Mistress. It was
That's my movie.
no, there was another one. If you like this, you'll like this. But I love the one that was very Sunset Boulevard-ish.
Oh, The Star.
Yes.
Yeah. That was
Yes.
her answer to Sunset Boulevard.
Conrad Janis. Thank you, Raphael. He looked it up. He played with George. Conrad Janis. And George, what an honor to get to know him because he still exuded movie star charm until he died, right, Greg?
Yeah. Well, he was working right up till he died.
But I'm saying he had this thing, you know, there's a farmer's market table where you all know each other from. And he would sit there and he would just laugh and enjoy stories. He wasn't trying to, he could have just topped everyone's story with everything, right? We lost Greg now, but all right, it's okay. But all right. Well, Cody, I appreciate Greg's advice. What is saying? What's his text? Probably about the lighting. Wood just texted best podcast ever.
Nice. Yeah, I got some good ones from him too.
Hey,
I'll let you go. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna go smoke a joint, and I'll be right back. Okay.
All right. Well, we may be here, we may not, but
okay. Well, if not, I want to say farewell to this wonderful studio audience, and I hope to join you again soon.
I feel like Jeff Richards. This is hurting my ears, doing me. But all right. Well, any last question? Maybe we should sum it up. Maybe I will get some pizza. So, Cody.
Yes.
Hopefully, can you work on it tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay. Do your best. No rush, but I'm very excited. I think it's, yeah. But Greg gave some good notes. So you retained the essence of what he's saying.
Yeah, the making it tighter with the words when spoken, and then when there's like a break, when it's necessary, shorten that up.
Right. Well, let's.
I'll probably hold on anything that seems like, okay, this picture needs help, but I think, yeah, what he's saying is like kind of like there's moments where it's like, okay, keep it shorter, because actually the audio that I got, I was cropping myself too, because you said you recorded it in like the chunks, which is fine. I think that was the way to do it, because then I was kind of like leaving those spaces for the picture, and then I was wondering, I don't know how long that'll actually look good.
Right. Okay.
So I think it'll work. I think it'll be good.
Yeah, you get
basically
you get the essence, and also with
then the zooms.
The zooms and the thing with the few cuts and everything. Well, maybe if you when you have something, with that, let me know and we'll just then lock it in.
That sounds good.
All right. Well,
fantastic.
It was fun connecting. Any last questions before we go?
Well, you mean from me or from the audience?
Anyone? Do you have any?
No, I think we're good. I mean, I got the notes for the thing, and then yeah, I'm good to go for the next part, and then we can start looking at the again. Actually, while we look at what that other thing is for the
Charles Sucker said, "I just got it. Could you start over?" I think that's something comedians used to do. Like someone come in the middle of your act, you go, "Oh, new people, I'll start all over. So I'm from Buffalo," and they, like one of the first jokes, and they get a laugh because And did I tell you about that new movie I saw, Gigantor? Yeah, examples. Now, Charles, I'm wrapping it up. I actually may get some pizza. So what were you saying, Cody?
Oh no, I think yeah, I got up my list. We got the we got this 4th of July thing you can post.
Oh, it's Tesla. Is Tesla on watching? Oh my God. Tesla, if Tesla is watching, because she just texted she wants some pizza too.
Oh,
And she is amazing. If you're listening, um, she's an artist, and Greg's movie was done in a gymnasium of a high school, and she built these sets that were from 1969, a house and offices.
really?
So she does set design, and she's amazing.
Wow.
Well, when you watch the movie, you'll think these are real houses, these are real offices,
That's
and a
great.
bank. Like it was a hotel lobby they made look like a bank. So, but I may get pizza the way Jeff keeps talking about pizza.
Pizza, maybe you'll get an apple and maybe not wash it.
So Tesla and Greg were the ones who said, no, Tesla's the one that said, go in a little bit. She liked the zooms,
Oh,
but
okay.
we know we went over it, and you took the notes. It's not, but I think it's great what you did, Cody. It's great.
Cool.
So just some, yeah, maybe the pacing was because, like you said, you kind of just, I don't mean in a bad way, put in, because my stuff probably wasn't done all in one thing. So yeah,
Right, right. So I was kind of doing like all of it just to put it together
you know,
all in one.
my unsolicited advice when people ask about, I didn't like stand-up comedy. Scarlett answered, it's fun for a lot of people. But what it gave me when people ask about being a writer or even editor, an innate sense of pacing. Like when you watch a movie, when people, well, I'm walking on sunshine, they have the montage, high five, and you go, oh, something bad's going to happen. So if you watch enough movies, you get a sense of pacing. So that's the thing I got out of when I did stand up a long time ago was you just you feel the pacing innately, you know what I mean?
Right.
And where I don't know what I'm saying. But so yes, Tesla is her name, which a lot of people now are doing hate crimes against real Teslers. So I told her she better be careful and say I have nothing to do with that Tesla. But it's scary, I guess she shouldn't walk around with a shirt that said I'm Tesla. Just maybe her friends can accept her.
Right.
It's a thing, but I think it's a cat, not a raccoon.
Right, right. And the other one's a human.
Yes. Again, I love that in not Porky Pig, Donald Duck, and that.
Yeah.
I just, but seriously, let me end on a serious note.
Right.
When Scarlett said, I'm sorry, you're one of my favorite comedians, you deserve to have a better time. I fell into it. I know that sounds like a weird thing. I didn't grow up. Someone on Cameo asked, who's your Mount Rushmore of comedians? Who influenced you? And I don't really have a Mount Rushmore of comedy people. Or ones I used to love, I don't love anymore, like Steve Martin or Monty Python. I love Monty Python, but what the hell am I saying? But what I do with Cody is the most exciting way for me to tell stories. Because my father, this is what I wanted to say. Maybe at some point, what I love working about Cody among everything is you remind me of my father. Well, my father was very quiet, but he did cartoons. He was an illustrator. And it's almost like reconnecting. He wanted to be a cartoonist. You saw some of the stuff he's done. So it's sort of like going back to my childhood. And I mean, the only good part was he people love his old cartoons. I mean, he didn't do anything with them.
Yeah.
So I respect it, but I don't have a desire to do a one-man show at theater, clubs. It's a lot of work to do what Greg does to put a movie together. So these are little ways to tell stories that are where I could express so many stories I never could fit in, like the bit about puzzles. Like I don't fit into puzzles, so I don't really know how to. Again, it's a great partnership because I don't work well with like aggressive comedy writers at a sitcom staff, but it's isolating by myself. So this is a way to work with someone together in this way. So long-winded. It's I stand up is limiting to me because you got to hit them over the head. They're drunk. You got to follow other comedians. You got to hang out at comedy clubs, which I hate. So this is the way to merge all that in a way where there's so many stories I could tell. Where, yeah. So that's my long-winded thing. So I don't know what kind of pizza they'd have in Montana. Now I'm doing Jeff doing me. Okay, trails off and yeah, yeah. So I'm very excited about the Substack because it's a way to tell stories with your illustrations and links and comments, and they don't have to just know when we're doing this.
Right.
They can just watch it at their leisure and comment, and they can laugh. Oh, it's more like that rather than. He's, but isn't Jeff only in this world, this business? Because could I call someone else a character? But
Right.
isn't Jeff a character?
Yeah, he's great. He's a great character.
He's a little nuts, but he's great. So
Only.
What's that?
A one and only.
Yes. Well,
Well,
I agree with some of the comments. Cody's a genius, and
well, that's
yes, and
I'll
Wood left. So,
no, that's really that's cool.
Well, Wood loves what you do so much. He wants to send you a microphone. He's that concerned. So some people love this. So
nice.
We'll get a lot more people when we go on Substack.
Cool.
But all right, I'm gonna get the pizza.
You're gonna get the pizza,
and
and you're gonna get an apple, and you're gonna eat it with that watch.
Again, you do his laugh better. Oh God, he's amazing. Well, thank you,
really
Cody.
Sorry.
Thank you, Jeff Crone, who thinks we're great. See, we don't
good.
have a lot right now, but the people are very loyal, except for Charles Zucker. So, all right, I'm going to go get my pizza, and we'll talk later.
That sounds great.
Cody, you have a great night.
You too, Fred.
And bye, everyone else.
Yes, thanks for everybody coming and watching. Appreciate it.